all these years. Okay. Yo, yo. Let's start again. See the screen.
I don't. Which guy restarted it? I restarted it, so we'll see from now. Should be good now because I wasn't getting anything on the mic itself, but it says we're getting something now. But it's not. It's not using my It's not using a mic. But we should be good. Hashem, Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash.
So, like, yeah, we were just discussing the P Diddy documentary that came out on Netflix, and listen, man, it's not just P Diddy. The whole so-called black boule, the whole uh, entertainment across the board is a bunch of deviants, man, a bunch of sellouts, right? And the spooky thing is that these people have had massive influence over Jake. This is why Jake is so messed up because we got a bunch of demonic, sodomic demons, right, overseeing our people. You know, you when you do think about P Diddy, if you grew up in the 90s through the 2000s, this man impacted who you are.
Iconic.
This icon. He's impacted you. He's had massive influence on the way you think and the way you act because the music that he's producing and overseeing is impacting the way you think and the way you act. And he's a demon. So it's no wonder that the people have demonic traits.
Well, these guys are our leaders in this world. Jake look up to these men. Right? And we all know, especially about these leaders that are wicked. That everybody else underneath that follow after them are wicked also. You know, so it's no surprise that Jake is heading down the wrong road.
Jeremiah 5:26.
You know, because they want to be just like them.
Yep, that's what it is, man. And we're here to come up against these false leaders, man. These acolytes of sodomites, man. And that's what they are, because at the end of the day, Diddy, he's not operating under his own agency. He's a servant of Satan. He's a servant of the elites. He's an initiate. And he ain't the only one. So is 50. So is 50 Cent. He's an initiate. He's a servant of the so-called Jew, of the Edomite, to the detriment of our people, to manipulate and destroy the minds of our people, man. All right? And they're all sodomites too. Don't think they're not.
That's it.
Because sodomism is the key to getting through that, to getting into the in club. They're all sodomites and lesbians and freaks. Yeah.
Was it 50 who said in his lyrics, when I was young, I saw my mama kissing the girl, right? So he grew up in that world, man. That world where you know seeing Moism all around him.
Yeah, they don't listen. At the end of the day, Esau ain't gonna bring you into the club. You gotta pay. You gotta make yourself dirty to get into that club. And one of the main ways that a man makes himself dirty is to bow to sodomism. Right? And then they let you in.
Jeremiah 5:26. For among my people I found wicked men.
Right, among our own people are found wicked men. And that goes for all the tribes. From the tribe of Judah on down, you've got select men and women who work with the enemy. Right? They're initiated and they work with the enemy, and their purpose is to help the enemy subdue their own people. And they know what they're doing. And that goes for the UK. There's Boule, there's initiated Negroes here in the UK that work against their own people. Right? And that's not just rappers either. You got rappers and people of different stature, other TV personalities, professionals that are initiated, that are involved in the sciences, that are occultists, that work against their own people.
And just to add to that, that's something that's taking place in various time periods in the earth. Like if we look at whether it's Babylon, whether it's Greece, you know what I mean, all these Rome, those are things to get the leaders of the people to convince their own nation to be with them. Right? Remember with Daniel, when they wanted them to bow down to the statue, they got all of the presidents, the
people of influence.
They got all the people that can influence. That's why it was such a big deal when the three holy children didn't bow. Because they was like, bro, like, you have influence. It's like with the Maccabees brothers. Remember, they sent an official to the father to try and get them to sacrifice swine's flesh on the altar. And then some nigga from the back came to sacrifice and he slew him because, you know what I mean? And then you have that old man.
When they went up to chapter 2. And they told him to even pretend to eat the pork. And he held his integrity, which a lot of these guys won't. A lot of Jake nowadays, because the kingdom of heaven for them is through Esau's FRNs or promise of FRNs. They'll do whatever it takes. And you know what you're finding out? They'll live a persona that they themselves don't even live. And they'll push that persona on you. And then when you like that's the internet in a nutshell. You'll have gal that'll push a persona that don't cook and clean for a man. Next thing you know, they're on the social media cooking and cleaning for their man. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. These lot will come out in their music here and influence the young women to be sluts and hoes and don't respect no man. But then these are the same gal running behind Offset and running behind their man and cooking. And what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion was all cooking up Thanksgiving, all up in the kitchen. Then you got these Negroes who tell you about the trap. They'll tell you about the trap and they'll tell you about the lifestyle, but then they're sending their kids to private school. They're not even living the life that they're promoting in their music because their job isn't to live it. Their job is to get you to live it.
Remember, even recently, you had a tennis player, Serena Williams. He was there throwing off Zempic. You know what I mean? Zempic. Bitch, you're a natural fucking athlete. In shape. You've been in shape since you were 14. And now and now you're gonna be telling people to take Ozempic.
And then that Serena and them, they're demons and they've been demons. You look at the adverts they've done for Nike and that ain't nothing but witchcraft and occultism all over that. And then they made the movie, had everyone getting behind them as so-called black heroes. So all the young girls is looking up to Serena, and you're even telling them, see, that man was suffering racism, they overcame it. Then what happened? Both of them got sold to the so-called white man. Both of them, and one of them is bleaching. So what have they done? They set you up to follow this person, and now you see what the result is. So now if you follow them, now you bow into Esau, and it don't make no sense because their whole come up was supposed to be them fighting against racism, and now you're sucking off Esau. It's all BS, man. That's why you can't deal with these sports stars and these celebrities. They're not on our side, man. They're against us because they sold out for the ability to be so-called rich and famous in East society. But Esau holds the keys to that.
Yeah, they're agents of Esau.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
They're not heroes.
This is Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
That's right. They're gonna get these guys to come in. They're gonna get you to believe in them. They'll even they'll even give them a little bit of persecution to make you feel like they're against them, so you buy into them. But really, they control them, and you get suckered in. That's why I'm not getting suckered into another guy that they're trying to suck a man in with right now. Which we get it, prime time. We all know Deion Sanders. He the man. He's prime time, but he's an initiate. Don't fool yourself. Don't think, oh yeah, the white man's against Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is an initiate. He's initiated, and his son is initiated. He just went through his humiliation ritual. And what they did was, you see what they did with him? They took bare long to draft him, and they made him the 5th draft pick. Then he ain't starting, and then now he's starting. And then through all of that, you're thinking, oh, they're all against him. No, it's all a setup. But they want you to now invest yourself in him. Like he's the Black Christ, like he's persecuted, and he's
Underdog. You got to back the underdog.
no, man, don't back none of these guys. All these guys are selling out. Yep. And they will be used against you. If you believe in them, they will be used against you. They're not on the side of the people.
Yeah, take the V.
Yeah.
You know, take the V. They were pushing that.
That was big driss.
Big dress.
You know?
You know, they were getting paid to do that.
Don't
You know?
believe none of them. I get it. You know, you want to back your own, but they will use that against you. That's how they got NWA and all them guys through.
Yeah.
Because there was a group of Jake that were against gangster rap. So what they did was Esau came out against it, and then man were like, oh, they're against gangster rap, so we need to back it. So they ran reverse psychology on Jake. Yeah. So now Jake is backing what they really should be against, not knowing that it's still Esau that's really behind it. Because if Esau really wants something to not be done, it won't be done.
And you'll never hear about it.
If they didn't want that boy to be playing football, he wouldn't be playing football. And you wouldn't hear about it because they wouldn't talk about it on First Take.
But they hold all the keys, man.
They hold all the keys. You'll just disappear.
It's like my man said in the Matrix, man. They hold all the keys, and you know, I can't remember who said it, but in the Matrix, he said, yeah, they hold all the keys, man. There's nothing you can do unless they open the doors for you.
Esau's got the power that your name will never be mentioned. Period. No one. That's why we told you about Andrew Tate as an agent. Oh, they're cancelling him, but they're mentioning him on the TV.
Yeah.
They was make more money than all this bullshit.
Bro, if they wanted that guy to disappear, they would have just stuck him in a jail cell somewhere, and no one would mention his name on mainstream TV again. And over time, people would just forget he ever existed. He's an agent. So don't trust one of these men. Oh no.
Yeah, this is the word co-opt. It says the term co-opt refers to the act of bringing someone or something into an existing group or system, often for strategic or exclusionary purposes. Point 2, strategic neutralization. In social or political context, it often refers to absorbing a critic, opponent, or smaller group into a larger system to neutralize their opposition or gain their endorsement.
So they'll bring these agents, bring them into the system, and then take it over. And now it works for them. Now it's working against you. And that's what they're trying to do with this. They're trying to do that with the truth. They got agents that they're bringing in. Look what they've done. They've brought them in, or they've been here already. They corrupt them. Now all of a sudden, they're trying to use the ministry to put man in bondage, to bring in all these false doctrines and destroy the minds of the people. But through the Spirit of the Lord, they ain't gonna be able to achieve that. And the Lord's always gonna have his men that's gonna stand firm and teach the truth. So if the men weren't there, this thing would just turn into how hip hop is. Just a bunch of charlatans that's just gonna lead the people astray.
If I could say, when you read, was it because we read Ezekiel 9, 4, 5, and 6, where it speaks about basically coming up against, it says, begin at my sanctuary. when you read Ezekiel 8, it's going into how Jake was just going off, man. Right? But Ezekiel 9 is like, ah, cool, I've caught you going off. I've caught the leaders doing this, that, and the other. Now get him. Right? Which is why it's beautiful that the apostle named 2026 what he did, right, as a foreshadowing as to what's going to happen to these individuals. Because you've got examples in the scriptures where the Lord bore it for a while and I was like, all right, enough is enough.
And this is why we look at these other camps sideways, man. We know something funny going on over there.
It's been funny.
You know?
Sakari's been funny. IUIC's been funny. ISCPK's been funny. They be moving spooky, and we see what's going on. But that's why you see them coming, taking away the name of the Lord, coming with these bogus breakdowns for the MOTB, getting 501c3 chart.
Buying pegging kits.
Then they start getting mentioned in certain news articles. That's them bringing them into the mainstream so they could use them as characters. Now they're going to represent the Hebrew Israelites. But that's what Esau will do. He'll co-opt the thing and get his agent to be the face of it. Just like how Alex Jones
I'll play that role.
became the face of conspiracy. And now you got Candace Owens. All of a sudden, Candace Owens is the face. 2-3 years ago, Candace Owens was just known for what? Coming up against black people from a conservative standpoint, and she's rolling with Ben Shapiro. Now she's an anti-Semite, flipping lead conspiracy theorist. Like, so where's all?
Prophetess.
Yeah, I'm prophetess.
Sister. That's a
And she's mainstream. So hold on, where's all the OG conspiracy theorists? Well, them man are gone. Them man are don't get no limelight. They get their own agents to come into it. Andrew Tate, these guys, where did this guy come from? This guy just popped up out of nowhere. Then he's on every podcast. The algorithm's pushing him. Now he's the face of masculinity.
Yeah.
What? He became the face of the manosphere in less than a year.
bro, in like 2 months.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
That's the sign of an agent.
Yeah.
There was man that was there before him.
Yeah.
Where did they guys disappear to? Yeah, because they're not bought and paid for. We need to put our guy in, and then we could send him out there to get mashed up by a homosexual and destroy manhood. So,
I've seen brothers spar better than.
well, I've seen women spot.
Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are the oppressors, and women will rule over them. Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths.
And it's been that way with the black pastors already. These so-called black pastors have been that, and a lot of these pastors again are initiates. And all these guys, and they're occultists too, and a lot of them are batty man too. A lot of them are into that freaky stuff, and sometimes they get exposed, and you hear it come out. This man was sucking off this man, did this, that, and the other. Well, we're not surprised.
TD Jakes, that big.
Oh yeah, he was involved with Diddy as well.
I've got a big spot. That's what he said. Shit, man. Shit, I mean, that was.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, big, musty, big.
And what's his job to lead Jake astray, man? You know, the only ones that's really set up to lead Jake the right way is the men of Yahweh Shai, the true men of the Lord. Everyone else, man, bro, they're gonna lead you the wrong way. And we still got Jeremiah 5:26.
Yeah. This is with Jeremiah again, 5:6. For among my people I found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares.
So can I say something quickly on that, man? Among our people I found wicked men. It's just like the same time when Antiochus was coming to us saying that you gotta leave your religion, but some man was just happy to go do that.
Yeah, for money too. Yeah. And that's like one of the first things they offered Eleazar was money.
They're happy to go off and defile themselves with the heathen, man, and do what they do and set up their own people, and set them up and kill them. They were happy to do that. And so we're in the same sort of time where these people are doing the same thing, man. They're happy to side with Esau and destroy their own people.
As long as they can get a bottle of Cristal out of it. But Jake don't like to suffer, man. And that's really what it comes down to, man. No integrity.
Yep.
These Jakes don't want to suffer. They don't want to get a forklift license, and live a normal life and have an average woman. They don't want the average woman. They been watching all the music videos, so they just want the bad IG models. They can't accept nothing else.
But these are why these guys are the least in the kingdom. These guys are going to be least in the kingdom, man.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta get a forklift license,
Bro.
man,
Yeah.
and
You
just
get 2 licenses.
you got and get that woman with the arthritis.
Why?
You know,
See, man.
you know what I'm saying, and just live in a flat, man.
Yeah,
But it ain't all about balling, man. That's why the scripture says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven and everything else shall come after, man.
Yep.
All these guys that are selling out, a lot of them, the reason they're selling out is because they want the kingdom of heaven now. That Esau could offer them. They want that lifestyle. Yeah? And they're selling their soul for the life, and they're selling your children, and they're willing to destroy their own people. Just like these drug dealers. That's why they're doing it. Why are they selling crack? Just what Skyfall? Is that what it's called? Snowfall. They were selling all that crap because they wanted to live the American dream. They wanted to make millions of dollars for themselves so they can live a comfortable lifestyle at everyone else's expense. You see what happened to Wanda? They didn't care.
Fair enough.
Well, Styles P had that lyric. We knew the effects of the crack and the virus still popping on. What he said? Still pumping on my blood. No slacking on my shift. Yeah, the niggas don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? And that demonic
Yeah.
attitude
Yeah.
goes across so many boundaries,
Yeah.
man. And then Esau can feed on that, but he always know he can compromise a Negro.
Yeah.
For cheap as well. When you really think about it, the man prints money.
Yeah, bro. There's a jakes that would sell to their mother and say, you know what, it's best if I sell it to her because you go buy it from someone else and maybe that's tainted.
Got something
You
after
got,
you?
you got guys that are intellectuals that will dumb their lyrics down on purpose.
Yeah.
But they're told to. You had another guy. What's his name? Who is it? Clips. Was it Clips? And he was saying, "Man, I'm a cool guy. I like to tell jokes.
Yeah.
But you know, they told me I gotta be all like rough and serious, and so he wasn't even being himself. He was playing a character. And then you'll get another youth who see that and want to copy the character and walk around dumb, end up in jail.
Bro, it's deep to say that. Recently, there was a real like rapper nigger in it, like a young, you know, like them like NBA young boy type. His name was Cole Memphis or whatever. Like, for real, like he was a real, like you know that real demon NW, yeah, rapper,
yeah.
right, bro. Recently, he's actually left rap, right, and now he only plays his jazz, and his whole spirit is changed, and he's talented. And basically from young he could play trumpet. No, he's changed his name. He's changed his whole get up completely. His tattoos are gone and shit. And he now just plays the trumpet and it's like a whole different fucking person. And I'm like, bro, so this nigga was clearly told he has to be a character.
He's playing a character, man.
Yeah.
And then you following that character. And
Yeah.
that's the issue. You are now following a character and destroying your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're now following someone that's set up. So their outcomes are not even real outcomes. But you'll face the real consequences. They won't. You're trying to be Rick Ross, but you're not going to give the lifestyle Rick Ross gets. You're going to go jail.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
no happy ending for you.
it's mad. They got these feminist gal on TV. Like I said, they can get away with the stuff they're doing because they're set up. You, being a feminist, won't get those results. You're going to crash and burn. It's all about destroying yourself, man. Copying things that you shouldn't.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, shit. See, I mean, look at this demonic
Back in the
shit,
day.
man.
So back in the day, that was him.
That's a
I
demon.
saw the camera.
Black eye.
Look what they wanted. And then
Obviously, like an
so a
effect.
young youth will see that
Yeah.
now and want to copy that.
So that was him, right? And now his whole spirit has changed. Like now he's like plays jazz. He's like a whole different fucking person. He got Look, that's the same nigga. See now he's
I'll bring it personal.
now he's got the trumpet and shit, and his whole get up, his whole spirit is changed.
Wow.
I mean, he's clearly told to be. Look, that's the same nigga.
Malcolm X glasses.
Now he's changed his whole spirit.
Yeah. Malcolm X in it.
Yeah. And he's good.
But Jake following these characters, man. That's why Jake soon as they get some money, they want to do stupid stuff like buy big diamond chains and stuff. And they're following these athletes and these celebrities. They're told to do this. They're told to put that portrayal out there so that other people can follow them.
To prevent after it.
But how come they don't make the rock stars do or the pop stars do that? It's just Jake. And buy a bunch of diamonds from the so-called Jew and waste your money. And when you see it, it's infected everywhere. At first, it was just the rappers that did it. Now the boxers are doing it. The flipping everyone. As soon as you're Jake,
Jake's heavily into.
and it's like, bro, like, why are you? Because everybody really wants to be a rapper. Rappers at the top of the totem pole in terms of what you want to be, and they're following that archetype. It's a manufactured archetype. It's social engineering. I'll finish off Jeremiah 5. Yeah.
This Maccabees 1:11. In those days when they are out of Israel, wicked men who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are around about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow."
See, these guys have made a covenant with Esau, man, to have some sort of place in their world, to eat the crumbs off their table. You know, you know, because they're not content with the life they're living, man. But they've been, you know, it's like what's the scripture speak about? You know, the eye of evil. You know, Esau's putting so much in our faces, man, and making us convert after things that we don't really need. They're really going to destroy you, man. That's why this place is going to, you know, this got our arrest, right? This place will destroy us, right? Because Esau's promoting that shit to us. You know?
But at the end of the day, you can call yourself a victim, but you also have to take accountability. Like Esau can put you in a compromising position, but you have to also choose to fall to that compromising position. And they do. The casting couch thing, it's evil of them to put you in that position, but it's evil of you to bend and break to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it's evil of you to bend and break to that. Like,
right.
But Esau knows how to sauce you up, man. He knows how to tease you and to get what he wants out of you.
And that's what he's looking for, the weak minded.
You gotta be able to turn your back on all that and say, listen, bro, I'm gonna get a forklift license. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit.
So on what you were saying, you was making me think that when he was pushing that whole Me Too nonsense, what he was pushing into the ether was this spirit of no accountability. It's like you were saying, a lot of them actresses were alleging, oh, and they made me do it. It's like, no, you chose to do it. Don't try to play victim, right?
What it comes down to is, when they push the boundary, you allowed the boundary to pass in hope to get what you wanted, because you was afraid to hold that boundary, that they would say no, because you know they hold the keys. Hollywood is a very tight knit group of gatekeepers, and they're all brethren. So it's like you know that if this one don't like you and they say you're going to call that one up, they're gonna be like, nah, we ain't dealing with you. So even if you see the video with Harvey Weinstein with that bitch when she was sitting there, she was meant to be pitching him, and my man come and put his arm on her leg. Really, that should have been it. That should have been like, what? But no, hold on, no. Listen.
But she's like, if I don't let him do this, I ain't gonna get.
So she kind of was like, oh no. He was like, what? You don't like me touching you there? And she was like, oh no. And then she just carried it on with the pitch. She didn't back man up like how you meant to back him up, because at the end of the day, her main goal, she knew that she needed him to okay the project.
Exactly.
So then you've allowed that.
Exactly.
And he knows that. Yeah, listen, you don't want to piss me off, because you know that I got the power. I'm the one that can say yay or nay. Just like P. Diddy. Bro was telling me that he had, man in a compromised position. Yeah, because he's the man with the keys. You're trying to get that record deal, and you can't get a record deal at Walmart. This is the whole record industry is a very small door to get through. So man are desperate to get through that door, and he knows that. Oh, you want that record deal? Where are you gonna get that from? You gonna order it on Amazon?
This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not more a wicked thing than a covetous man. For such as one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his vows.
Yeah,
You do.
you covetous, and you're willing to cast down your integrity, right, and your dignity for a prize.
Hmm?
And then afterwards, you feel bad about it because the
Yeah.
man done you dirty, and you want to complain. But there's an accountability there because guess what? If you never sold it, you wouldn't be trying to buy it back.
But it's me. They feel bad about it, right? But what's the answer?
Don't do it in the first place.
Don't do it in the first place. But do you ever come down from? Because you can't go back after that now. You've already done it. Because it's not like these guys just give up their life. You give up their status. They don't. They don't ever give up their status.
Yeah.
Kanye West is still Kanye West.
Yeah.
You know he's bugging out, bleaching his hair and shit. No, he still wants to be the guy.
Yeah.
He still wants to make the money.
Yes.
And so he doesn't ever come down from that. They have to continue in this madness.
And sin breaks you down.
It breaks you
Like,
down, man.
even on a lower level, like these niggas on the hoods that sell drugs, man. Like brothers, though, we got family members and people who grew up with them.
Them demons.
You see, like the chase over the years. Like even if niggas have their prime or where they have their Range Rover, bro, you see the side effects of that life.
Eats away.
It eats at the soul, bro.
Eats away at you. Yeah, of course. Because you, end of the day, doing all them dark
just kills
deeds, it's gonna eat away at the inside.
Oh, for
bro.
real.
That's why you shouldn't go down that path. That it looks like the easy path, but it's not. It's really the hard part.
And really, they're like showing a trait of you're just waiting to sell out. Because, bro, they're like with what a lot of these men earn per year, if you work and bang out some overtime, you get the same money and no stress.
Mm.
But niggas just wanna live that life because it's like, oh yeah, I'm kind of outside of the system supposedly.
And it's cool.
And it's
And,
cool.
and part of making it cool, because a lot of it goes back to it
Yeah.
being cool.
Yeah,
Goes
women.
back to these niggas, and these niggas in the industry.
Yeah.
They made it cool to be a criminal.
Yeah.
And you had the black
Exploitation.
exploitation. They made it cool to be a criminal, and that's a big part of it too. It's the money and being cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me finish Jeremiah 5. Yeah, to hell with these dudes, man. Even these pastors have got money.
Yeah.
They sell out, they get the money.
Jeremiah again 906. For among my people I found wicked men. They lay wait as he that set snares. They set a trap. They catch men.
They catch men, they're ensnaring. Right? That's what Diddy's job was, to trap young men and young women. Because it's a culture. And they're trapping the minds of the people inside a culture that didn't exist before. They're creating a new culture. That's what their job is, to create a new culture that traps people's minds. It traps the way you think and you operate. And that's why there's always a disconnect between one generation to another. Because they really get the new generation. And it's always worse than the one before. And then what's the difference between the generations is their mindset, what they look up to, the things they will and won't do,
What they value.
what they value. So if you grew up listening to a certain rapper, of course it's going to affect what the rapper values, how the rapper operates is how you're going to think and operate. Because that's your influence. So a lot of men were raised off the Chronic album.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were raised off all that stuff and they think like that. Yeah, and that's caught them now. Now they're trapped
Bug life.
in a mindset that's just affecting everything. It's affecting their relationships with their woman, the relationship with their family, the way they operate in the world, and it all goes back to that trap that was laid.
That's why I always want to appear like some tough guy with money, and women that are the beck and call kind of shit.
Yeah, and it's so mad that even men that don't go out there on the street, they're still affected by it.
Yeah.
Like you always bring that out.
Yeah.
Because their like image is still, their ego is still attached to that. So man ain't even out there on the roads, and man still want to act like they're out there on
It's
the
like,
roads.
bro, like you're a bus driver now, correct? Like somehow he just downloads that bug spirit.
Because it's a massive trap to your mindset, man. And we all grew up in
Yeah,
it.
we
We all grew up in it, man. Because man, I was listening to nothing but Bone Thugs and Harmony, flipping Tupac,
Yeah.
Biggie,
It changes the spirit.
and it changes your spirit. It affects what your value system, what you think. If an event happens, how should you deal with that event? You're gonna go back to what fucking Biggie said.
Your idea of cool and all these
Yeah.
things.
It shows you like Scarface, the movie. Like a lot of niggas, like of that generation, like said that, bro. When that movie came out, man, I wanted to be exactly that.
Yeah.
He showed you that in Paid in Full.
Yeah.
Remember, like Paid in Full, he was
Oh,
watching
Scarface was a big,
It was a big like demon, you know.
and I
And
don't
then
think when they released the film it was that big.
yes,
It became a cult status film among niggas. Yeah.
niggas, and then
Yeah.
like even you know, like and even the mafia, you know, like that kind of got mixed into rap, like Tang and Raekwon, you know, like the whole mafia talk basically.
They started naming themselves after that.
Yeah,
Don,
yeah.
like,
Don Gotti, and no, Jake just love, you know, wickedness in it. You know what I mean?
Got a precept?
Yeah.
Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him and makes them drunk, and also that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Yeah, that's why even in Jay's community, right? Most Jay walk around with this mindset of a criminal mindset, even when they're not criminals.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not even on the roads and you're talking about snitching.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not on the roads. What you mean about snitching? Yeah, snitch. Bro, you should be snitching. If a man murders your grandmother, you should be snitching. Yo, get that nigga and take him off the streets. No, you can't because you're a snitch. What you mean?
And like, bro, that whole snitch terminology, niggas apply that to other criminals who are doing the same act.
Yeah,
I try and slide their way out and not get, you know,
that ain't got nothing
life
to do
in
with
jail.
you. If you're not on the roads,
Yeah.
right, and you're not in a gang, you have nothing to do with snitching. But you got people that be judging people, and it's like, bro, you're not even on the roads. But you know why? You've been listening to all the songs, and this song is all about pushing a criminal mindset on you. So you think like a criminal. You're in, like, you're part of the criminal organization.
But of course, a criminal wouldn't want you to snitch.
Yeah. but then, bro, remember when we went into that video once of like Jake, you know, I mean, it ends being what's called a hypocrite. Remember there was that one Jake, a uni student. He saw his friend get killed, and he told the police, like, yo, someone killed my friend. And
As you should.
they actually killed that in the ends. They killed that model student, you know, for telling the police,
Yeah,
look,
because they're scum.
and then because the person involved, Jake was still in the car.
But he snitched properly.
Free high guy.
And so then what you're doing is you're protecting the very same people that will kill your sons and daughters, will rob them on the streets. They're scum. There's nothing good about them. So do you see how it's negative now? You're now taking a very small criminal element and allowing them to proliferate. When any normal people doesn't want those scum of the earth type individuals should be ostracized, and you should be wanting to cut them out completely. But we don't do that because of the media and the music industry. We embrace scumbags, and then so you wonder why we're the way we are. And then Esau could turn around and say, "Look at these people. No." But it's Esau that set that up. Esau set the whole idea up where a criminal is getting gassed up and is looked at like he's a doctor or something.
Yeah, like with Kells and that, was it? Because I remember that was a whole big thing where it was evident that this guy was guilty as hell, but there was all of this like stuff about, oh no, he should be free because of this, that, and the other. And it's like pushing that into the ether, you know?
Cartel.
Yeah.
Cartel was a demon, man.
That was the demon. Really came out, yo.
Cartel was a demon. Them man are bro. Them man do dirt on innocent people. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are not good people. These are not good individuals like that stand up for their people. But these are the type of man that you're taught that you're meant to be going up to bat for free cartel and all this shit. Like, these men are heroes.
It's Sirach 13 and 21. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. Right? And this all comes down to money, man. Because they rate the fact these men have got money. Or they like the image that they portray, that they're hard mans. And then, something they ain't done nothing. Because it's just acting, you know?
Bro, there's places in the world, like, you go to Japan, they don't respect criminals.
Yeah.
Like, they don't respect thieves and people like that. It's not rated. It's not rated. Like. It's not a thing. Not something supposed to be.
It's really dysfunctional.
It's dysfunctional as well.
It's the same thing that I is a bad man.
But that's what I was gonna say. Because obviously, like I always That's what I probably would talk about. Like the worst of the Western black culture gets exported on a mass level to like the Caribbean, West Africa, all around the earth. So like, so that's why brothers notice in documentaries. There's like people like in countries like South Africa, Nigeria, that's all they're all addicted to lean now. They're all addicted to lean. They're all addicted to like the worst. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, I'm seeing niggas in Ghana with red bandanas and blue bandanas,
Coats, winter coats.
winter coats, and wearing shiesties and thermal fucking night techs and shit. Look at the sand outside.
Sandals.
But the worst of the bad culture is exported.
I told you that about my cousin, man. He tries to act, my little cousin, he tries to act bad. These times he goes boarding school, man.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing, bro? I cursed him out.
It's a mind virus. It's a mind virus.
Verse 22 says, when a rich man is fallen, he have many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him.
Yeah, like Cartel, like P. Diddy, like R. Kelly, all these guys, man, defend them. But they're really pieces of shit, like all of them.
You
All
can't
of
say
them.
that about R. Kelly. But that's
how they
how niggas feel.
Well,
You know, but he's talented.
Like we always go into Snowfall.
Snowfall.
Niggas are still crying
Niggas
about
are still crying, bro.
Driss. They're still crying on the comic board. Oh, man, his mother, man. Everybody betrayed him. Like, bro, that's a demon, bro. You're selling crack.
Money makes you righteous and niggas sex. It don't matter who you are, you got money though. Back up. Like someone like Diddy. They're hating because he's getting the back. No, he's a demon.
Yeah. Oh, they're hating for you.
Oh, no, he's hating. Demon, bro.
Well, that man was selling ice cream, bro. Man's are literally poisoning the minds of whole generation.
Whole generation.
You know what I mean? You listen to this, like, you could go online right now and bear man talking about how listening to Tupac led them down the road of being a gangster and directly led to them being in jail. Now, there's accountability. You made that decision. But these things, let's not pretend that music and these cultures don't influence people, to especially young people. They are influenced. We've seen it. There is an influence.
If you allow it to, yeah.
Influence
You
to
want to buy into it.
smoke weed because you attach your identity onto something. Like,
But you know what? I just feel like these music, it doesn't affect everybody. Because not everyone turns out fucking like a nigga. You know what I mean? But it has to resonate something that's inside you already, man. There's a darkness in it,
everyone
resonates.
turns out to a nigga, but it affects you to a different degree. So some men are going to take hold of it more than others. But it has affected everyone. That's what I'm saying. Everyone is, you can't escape it because it's so strong around you. Yeah, that unless you're completely removed from it, there is some way you can find a dude and there is something about him, even that he's attached himself to that culture.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's mans that's not on the roads, but they go out on a night out and they'll put on their do-rag and they'll act like, and get caught up in some stuff, like, because really that's what they're fiending for. They'll go out their way to get involved in some madness.
Even wearing the clothes.
Yeah, because really they became a doctor, but what they really wanted to be was a gangster. So if they get the opportunity, you know, they're gonna jump to it.
If the poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely, it could have no place. But a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They stole it to the clouds.
It's so funny seeing, you know, you see niggas on interviews. The niggas like it's just profound words of wisdom. No, he ain't. What does he have to say?
Yeah.
Well, what's that trend? Would you rather, was it sit 10 grand or a dinner with Jay-Z?
Yeah. Shit, man, I take £9 over dinner with Jay-Z.
They worship. I know Jews that actually worship Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Why? Because he sold he sung a bunch of songs about crack.
Yeah.
And he made some money.
96 keys or whatever the fuck he said.
Now all of a sudden he's the apex businessman in the world.
So right.
And he's gonna teach you black excellence.
Oh, he just took the deal. Signed the deal.
Like Kanye said, man, in a white man's world with the chosen.
Picked.
Took the deal, man.
Says, if the poor man speak, they will say, what fellow is this?
I've actually seen that happen. Like, I remember one time, man, them niggas, man, was with my cousin's yard. These two gangster niggas came in, man. Guns and knives.
Those are names.
I remember back in the day, man, and I was playing the elders on the computer. And I remember them, they were like, who the fuck is them niggas? They were talking shit, innit? Yeah, why? Because elders is just wearing normal. Now, I guarantee you, if the elders was out there looking like Nino Brown,
Bare chains.
bare gold chains, them niggas be like, oh, okay. What? But from they see, man, that's one of the reasons why we don't try and be flamboyant with the way we look at our garments. Because we know that money and the image of money is what's the word I'm looking for? Seductive.
Supposing
Because niggas will act like women are seduced by money. Listen, let me tell you the truth, because we're not the manosphere up here. Niggas are just as seduced by money as women are.
Yeah, of course.
Niggas are just, oh, you going? No, I'm telling you the truth. Niggas are just as, when niggas see another nigga that's money, niggas will act like a woman act. They want to be around him. They want to like, oh, think that's something. That, why do you think niggas is wearing all them gold? You think it's just women they attract?
No.
They attract men.
Bro, I've always said it, like, even from seeing niggas in a hood back in the day. Bro, the one who give you the most compliments on your expensive trip is men. Oh my god, oh, I'm sleeping with you.
And they want to be around you. They want to be around you. That's what P. Diddy had a bunch of men wanting to be around him.
Yeah.
Because he's popping the crystal. It ain't just gal.
Yeah.
It's just the men do it in a different way.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's the same principle. So it's like when you have a certain level of prestige around you in terms of money, you can attract people to you, and then you can seduce them and beguile them. As still in Jeremiah 5, they shine. You can beguile someone with the image of money. That's why the Catholic Church built them basilicas with the gold everywhere.
They see it as a sign of prosperity, but the Most High is with you.
Supposing that gain is godliness.
Yeah.
Are you
Let me read it quickly. All right. 1 Timothy 6:5. Perverse disputings of men, corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. But,
and that's the selling point of IUIC. They even made a song called Kings in the Building.
yeah.
The reason they wear the purple and gold, which is the color of royalty, right? But royalty ain't based on no color. The royalty we're pushing is inward royalty. So we ain't got to walk around with bare diamond chains and gold and purple to be royal. We're royal in the spirit first, which is the most important thing. The reason they're pushing the image of where you got to wear the gold and the purple is because they're using the same hip-hop selling point. The selling point of prestige, of status through value, through money. And a lot of people are seduced when they observe money. It's easy to sell. Like if you're a con man, you can't be a con man and look broke. But no one ain't trying to hear that. But as soon as you put on that $10,000 suit with the chains on, all of a sudden a nigga want to hear what you got to say. That's why Andrew Tate has the Bugatti.
That's why it's important for all the influencers to show that they got wealth.
Bro, if you want to make money as these guys, these get rich guys, what do they always do? They will do an advert. Yeah, this is my Lambo. Straight away, and niggas like,
You got Lambo.
oh, he got a course. Nah, he didn't have. If he just had a flipping, real rich people might even have like a normal flipping.
What the Volvo XC90? You have multi-millionaires all around London that are driving the Volvo XC90.
Yeah, but they won't listen to them. You gotta have a Lambo. And then when you got the Lambo, man will listen to every word you say. Every word that comes out your mouth.
I can get one.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you want to know.
Everybody in Great Millstone wore Cuban links. Everyone will have 1 million like subscribers. Everyone, and, like basically, you need like a line of guards. For the amount of people that will be.
And that's why they call us bums.
That's why they call us bums.
You can tell a lot about someone based upon what they praise and how they insult you. So if a man's insulting you based upon money, you know where his heart is at. The first thing that comes to his mind is, well, you're a bum. And you know all of a sudden that what does he deem to be high status? Money. So this is one of the reasons why IUIC, because their whole selling point is money, value, prestige, which is high. When they're degrading us, the first thing they could think to say is, oh, these men are bums, which means what? We got no money. This is what rappers do, right? That's the first thing rappers will do to deject you. Oh, he broke. He ain't got no money, like, so he ain't worth nothing. Same thing with this Tate guy. He did the same thing. You're a brokey, so you ain't worth nothing. You shouldn't even be speaking because you're a brokey. Where's your Bugatti? That's what IUIC was doing to us, basically. Where's your Bugatti? That simplistic,
Where's your 4K cameras?
yeah, where's your 4K camera? Right? That's what they're doing to people. So we're seeing that same spirit come into this Hebrew Israelite thing. And it's a demonic spirit. But then they're going to get followers off the back of that. But the followers ain't coming in because they want to hear the word. They're coming in because they're seduced by the side of the money. You know what I'm saying?
James 2, start from 2. For if there come unto you assembly a man with a gold ring in a goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in a vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that wears gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here.
Gay clothing. Yeah, that means happy. The word gay originally means happy or carefree. As in, you got money, you ain't got no cares. It was then applied to homosexuals in the way of, this man is carefree. He don't care about it. He's serious. So it was applied to it through connotation, not by actual meaning.
And ye have respect to him that wears the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit there under
They look down on the poor.
Yeah.
They look down on the poor, man. And that's why they're quite to call us bums, because they look down upon us.
Bum.
That's cool. Yeah. That's
That's
cool.
sitting away, sitting on your mom's dirty couch.
But I say that's cool, man, because the Lord, Lord, even though he was the king of Israel, he was poor. He didn't live like no king. Right? The prophets didn't live like no king, man.
And what's that got to do with the truth? Whether you live with your mom or not. Whether you got a job or not, what's that got to do with the truth? There's gonna be Jake that's unemployed. So because you're unemployed, that means you don't know the truth.
Would you call that's just like what I hear because it's your friends Edomites, they love doing that a lot. Where it's like, oh, what do you do? When the Edomites ask you what you do, they don't care. They're just asking how much respect should I give you in this moment. That's actually what they're asking, right? But it's the thing. One thing that I always think was like, bro, you can lose your job too. 2008 happened. They lost their job. You never, and that's a sign of, for me, that's a sign of an asshole when you're looking down on someone, just being like, I ain't gonna respect you because you ain't got there. Because the Lord, scripture says that it's nothing for the Lord to make a poor man rich, which means vice versa. It's nothing for the Most High to make a rich man poor, man. Lord giveth and taketh away.
You see a nigga with a diamond chain on and they flock to it. They see Floyd Mayweather and they're ready to dick ride. Dick riding is a real epidemic out here.
Some more figuratively than others.
Bro, dick riding is serious out here, man. All you need is a diamond chain and niggas is ready to dick ride.
No wisdom. That's a Cuban link
for
to
the
that.
personality.
Diamond
Whole
chain and a
personality.
microphone
And
and
a
man will
microphone.
listen and man will buy your
Yeah.
package.
Yeah, that's it.
Niggas will buy your camp starter camp. So,
Hey, it's a
hey, but hold on. We forgot to mention the sodomite. Sakari.
yeah.
He was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why he was wearing the chains.
Cuban.
and the Philly cats.
Obviously.
Associated with rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's doing it. He's pushing the same image, man. He didn't want to have no humble image. He wanted to have, because he knew how to sell. His whole camp is P Diddy. P Diddy knows how to trap niggas. Yeah, how you trap niggas. Yeah, you need to wear that fitted cap. You need to dress a certain way. Yeah, and act a certain way and have a certain image of that money. Niggas is going to come. Because niggas is attracted to that. Bitches is attracted to that. But if you just keep it humble on the low, man won't be interested.
And it's the same thing when the Lord, was dividing the bread and the fishes, man. It's like they man came to eat.
Yeah.
They didn't really come to receive this word. And Lord knew that. He's like, man, these guys came to eat, man.
Yeah.
But they just left afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not here for the truth. Just saying, these guys in these camps, they're not really here for the truth. They're here with the extra things that come with being, within your camps, your groups.
Yeah.
I can get a wife. You know what I mean?
Or
I can
they want to play a character.
Yeah.
Like IUICBK is the tough guy character.
Yeah.
We're not here to play a fucking character, man. So we're not going to sell you a character. Brothers is different. Some brothers is tough guys, some brothers ain't, man. Some brothers is nerds. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta have your own personality. We're not here to portray a particular character for you to copy.
It's not about all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can you imagine that dude's a mild kind of man and you get sprayed with mace? Punching mitts and shit. Just teaching the scriptures, man. You ain't coming for that.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with exercising,
Yeah, but-
hand-to-hand skills and whatever, but we're not here to change who you are in the terms of like, oh, you gotta be just like us. Everyone's gotta be the same. No, you gotta learn this truth, man. You gotta be righteous. You gotta do the best you can. You know, keeping the law the best you can. And these types of things, these are things that are more important. But your own individual personality, you're not here to destroy that.
Well, that's one of the reasons we don't have a uniform.
Yeah.
Brothers just wear the garment that they want as long as it's appropriate, man. We're not here to sell a particular image, man. Only the scriptures.
We're not here to fake nothing.
Yeah,
We're not faking it. We're not here to fake nothing.
You know what I mean? Like, put the big armbands on, Planet of the Apes looking ass gorilla niggas, and now you come to the Passover if you want to be with a killer and all this shit, man. And niggas is all stomping around in Timberlands. Like, relax, man. Like, that's no different to when Clips was acting like a hard gangster to sell an image, so that man can try and copy that. Nah, just keep it real, man. That is legit what it means to keep it real. You gotta be true to yourself in a way, right? And brothers is gonna have different personalities. That's why when you watch camp, different spirits come out. Some brothers is gonna teach a certain way. Some
As long as you're behaving righteously, man.
Yeah.
First Samuel 16 and 17. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance. It says, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth as not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
Yeah, man looking at whether a man's ugly or not.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, that's real.
It's true. You know what I'm saying? They're like good looking niggas. That's like Absalom.
Yeah.
Well, Absalom was good looking. So it was just the women that was following him? No, man was doing it. Because it's a carnal thing. People don't like ugly.
Wanna
man.
be
Like these insults.
Yeah.
People don't like ugly. People like money. People like things that look a certain way. But you got to see past all that when it comes to this truth, man.
Like that, and the spiritual, because I'm sure with Saul, he speaks about how he was like tallest,
Benjamin,
Benjamin, like, you know, he looked mighty. But then the one after David, even amongst his brothers, he's not saying that David was a weakling, but in comparison to who his brothers were, the other ones, those are big bros in the army.
he wasn't established as them.
He wasn't established as them.
That's right.
So that's why they just didn't think he was the guy.
He played music and kept street, bro.
Well, like you brother said, Yahweh Shai is the prime example. Because he could have come down blinging.
Yeah.
He could have had stars on it, you know,
Yeah.
celestial stars in his garment, like, you know what I mean? Blinging out of the place, man. Real ice, bro.
Yeah.
What did he choose to do? He chose to ride on the ass, though.
Yeah.
Lonely.
Yeah.
And he's the king.
Yeah, and even when his father, in the flesh at the time, David died, everyone's looking for his other brothers. Like, you know,
He's a warrior.
yeah, surely he's ruling, and then not.
So why are you actually pushing this kings in the building?
I've never been a weak Jew.
All that stuff, yeah. So that's your BS rolling around on a horse, and you got all this pantomime, and it's all pantomime on top of that.
Yeah,
Because again, that shows you you're playing a character. Because if you was really, I doubt you're really wearing king's level garment. Because a king's garment, you're talking about it costs grands upon grands to make that garment.
Nate could. They actually could. No, these men ain't doing
These men are not doing that, bro. This is you're doing a pantomime thing.
Yeah, like
That's fake gold. There's no real gold in what you're wearing, man.
you only see the
bangles.
gold, you know, the thing on the forearm,
Yeah.
all of that, bro. If that was real gold,
You get rough. Someone's taking that.
Playing dress
Yeah.
up. Like your Lord of the Rings reenactment.
Yeah. And he's just
Someone else, you know? I'm trying to be Legolas, bro. No, man. Just be yourself, man.
Yeah.
You're not a king
that's
that
it.
way. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be kings in the kingdom, and we're going to dress kingly in the kingdom.
Exactly.
Right now, we don't dress it.
You got to work on our minds.
Just things to sort out.
So if
Yeah.
you think you're going to come into the camp and get all this money, but bro, GMS ain't the camp for you.
Exactly.
We're not here. We're not here to, you know,
And you really don't. You
to
really
be
don't
your
want.
financial advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, you don't want all that here, man.
Focus, like,
But you might not, you know, you might not gonna get attached to that shit. You know.
Yeah,
And
like
it's
work
burning with
against you.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah, it's burning with it, man.
But hold on, we was bums, but we got internet.
jobs.
Brothers is putting out more videos than them.
Yeah.
That's how
Mm.
bad it was. These ISC members had all this money apparently because they're kings in the building, but their individual members weren't doing videos. It was GMS. It was the elders that was like, yeah, brothers that been in it. As long as you've been in it for a certain amount of time, you should all be doing videos. That's why all the brothers in the camps got their own channels and were putting out work. Whereas IUIC, they weren't. It was one or two of them.
Smacking off.
Do you know what I'm saying? But we're bums though. So how we all got cameras and internet and
You know, it makes me think on that statement. You know how we refer to these Edomites as culturally Christian. A lot of these guys are culturally Hebrew Israelites, man.
Yeah.
You know.
they ain't all belong here. You can tell in the comment board. They always do the same shit. They talk like niggas. You're hating. You're hating.
Down the bum.
Y'all the bums. Hating. What's you talking about?
Great Nathaniel.
Get your ass back over to that hip hop, the world star hip hop, man, where you belong.
Bums.
It's two
folks, are ye not then partial in yourself and are become judges of evil thoughts? Hearken, my beloved brethren, as not Messiah chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom, which is he has promised to them that love him.
So then that whole thing about dejecting us as bums, because we ain't never dejected no one as a bum. We never said, Sakari, you're going off because you're a bum. Ah, we're going
Bro, we don't even reject them that they got money, bro. It's just like
yeah, you
that's
can
not
have
the
your
point.
money.
That's not the point. Even if you got money, it's like it's not like you can't make it.
Some
But
brothers is gonna have money. It's just why would I want to judge a man based upon the amount
why
of
is
money
that
in
a
his
point of
account?
contention?
Yeah,
It shouldn't be. But
But
you make it because
you're a demon. That's why, and you're trying to show off because that's your selling point. Where our selling point is what? The truth. And if you don't like the truth, then don't come around. Don't come around. We don't need to sell nothing. But our selling point is the truth. Good.
First Corinthians 1:26. Who you see your calling, brethren, are there not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But the Lord hath chosen the foolish things
The
of
noble talking about your big man. Yeah. You ain't gonna get a lot of the man them from the upper echelons of the niggerdom. You ain't gonna get a lot of them.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get a lot of these super intelligent nigger, the Neil deGrasse Negro.
that nigga.
but they're too smart. They're too smart.
That guy says a lot of psycho babble.
Yeah.
My uncle will call them fart smellers, you know. They think they're a smart fella, but they're a fart smeller. Them niggas.
Yeah.
It says
Because someone like him, he's got a lot of washing, renewing that he'd have to do because he's got all of that knowledge, so-called, in the world that he has to accept.
Esau's
That's from Esau's perspective. Yeah, that he would have to throw away, unlearn.
These professors.
You know.
it says not many noble are called, but the Lord have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
That's why I look not like brothers is like just average dudes and become biblical scholars, man. We become knowledgeable in the scriptures to the point of really being experts in the scriptures.
Yeah.
And confounding the experts through spiritual understanding. But the man that's supposed to have the expertise in spiritual understanding ain't got it. Because we understand the scriptures better than them man that's teaching it in the Trinity Bible College that Vocab Malone is going to. But Vocab Malone, he respecting all of that, man. That's why he don't respect us. He's like, who are these guys? How do they know what the scripture says and what it means and what it don't mean?
They ain't got a certificate.
Can we finish up Jeremiah 5? Yeah, Kobe ain't got a
Now listen a
stupid
bit more.
certificate, man.
And base things of the world and things which are despised have the Most High chosen. Yea, things which are not to bring to naught things that are.
Right. The thing,
That
one
no
of
flesh should glory in his presence.
yeah, so one of the things that's despised is the poor. Right. So we're not really we don't represent the rich, and we're not out here trying to represent the rich, like how IUIC is trying to run.
We ain't trying to represent the mighty, you know,
Yeah.
he's doing things like Jake
The
likes
tough
to do.
guys, yeah. We're the toughest. Listen, we ain't. I mean, we'll beat most of it. Listen, we'll beat up Andrew Tate. That's what we do. Yeah, like yo, that's what we do. Though that dude can't fight for shit. Yeah, I was a pro hand with Andrew Tate, but you know, we ain't out here trying to act like we're the toughest guys, and you ain't gonna see us with bare guns. You see, Sakari was out rolling around with flipping rifles, but what the fuck you rolling with a rifle for? To teach the word. If you're gonna be out there for a rifle, you probably shouldn't be teaching there, bro. What are you gonna do? Because where does it go from there? You gonna shoot niggas like now you got beef.
But that's what he wants.
Yeah,
He wants a real gang beef, man.
you just put in your, you know what I mean? And now not only are you putting yourself at risk, you're going out in the ends. If we go out in the ends and we gotta put a demon down,
Bro.
it ain't gonna end there.
Bro, if you had to get that far, you should have dusted your foot off a long time ago on that
Mm.
place, bro. You know
No,
what I'm
just think of it just logically. You go out in the ends, yeah, and some goofy gremlin from that comes up here, and you gotta get into a shootout with him. When you put a bullet in his thing, now you gotta deal with all of his gang member friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now they're all
saying?
gonna
You got
know-
to John Wick thing.
now you got
Everyone's going,
yeah. That
everyone's
man's
done.
onto you. Not only that, they're onto you, but they'll now look for anyone.
Yeah,
You know how the streets go.
Yeah.
They're gonna be looking for anyone affiliated.
and
with
the
you.
ignorant, you know?
So next thing you know, you get a next camp shot up because they're looking for them Hebrew Israelites because they took one of our homies out. Why the hell you got AR-15 at camp, bro? Some tall ass strap, blood. Not even a concealed little 9 somewhere. Niggas got actual fucking long gun, blood. Like bomber cart, you know what I mean? Like caliber 7 point fucking what is it, 7.56 or 7.62 or some shit. Man's ready to go to war. What were you doing? What was he doing, man? Ain't nobody never needed to bust off no strap at camp.
But this is it. That's why I told Peter, man, to put his sword back, man. Like, we're not here for that, really. That's especially for the defense, but like,
You gonna be intimidating, guy. Now,
Yeah.
guy comes up, they can't even ask a question because they don't know whether you might shoot them.
oh,
Remember back in the days that happened with when them Sakari camps were drunk white people in the camp. Everyone just threw for their like
stand up,
extended clips and shit. Niggas just threw extend those terrible.
Oh, that's now man's
Nah, he's
intimidating.
drunk,
Man might join the camp just off. That's like Muslim shit.
Yeah.
Intimidating. Now you're giving off the impression of a different type of power, which is another thing niggas is attracted to. Yeah. That's why that man in jail will be converting by the boatload and then act like they do the shahada. Yeah, because the man in there got the power, blood. You know what I mean? So you go in with where you see the powers at. Because them man will, they get carnal, man. Now man are in Dubai, man. I go, man. You tell man to fight. One of them South niggas, that shit spreading from jail.
Jeremiah 5:7. As cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit.
Deceit, they're liars, man. Deceivers. They manipulate the people, and they work with Esau. These niggas, they work with Esau. They do their little psychological operations on the people. They get involved in it, and they deceive and destroy the people, man. Go on, huh?
Therefore, they are become great and waxing rich.
They get rewarded, a lot of them. They get rewarded with riches, and we can say the names. We heard of them. P. Diddy was one of them. He was rewarded for how he destroyed Jake, and he played a pivotal role. Bad Boy Records, Death Row Records, man. Those were agents of death and destruction among our people. The mind virus. Let's just keep it real. We got to be mature now. What good came from Death Row Records and Bad Boy?
just the names alone. Bro, records, bro. Bad boys. It's like, what we promoting? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing good. What, functional families? Is that what came? No. Everything they were promoting was dysfunctional. was toxic, and he got rewarded for that. Oh no. Yeah, Clive. He said, but in the interview, when they played the Biggie tune to Clive Owen, he was like, "Yeah, you know, what was his name? Sorry, Clive Davis. Clive Davis. Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, this is the poison we need." You know, would he have pushed that poison on his own people? I don't know.
Jeremiah 5:28. They are waxing fat, they shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless.
They don't care about their people, man. They don't care about when they're because you talk about these single parent homes, right? And these crazy black women that's involved in these single parent homes and their absent fathers. But you know who is there for them?
White man.
Yeah, these niggas. 50 Cent was there. 50 Cent was there raising that boy.
Yeah.
And he, you know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas on the street will these wicked niggas on the street will raise that boy, man. And they don't care about the fathers. They prey on them. They prey on the weak, man. They prey on the vulnerable. They're not telling that young man what he needs to hear. They don't give a fuck. But their own children, they won't tell them that. These are the facts. Their own children, what they're telling other people's children, they won't tell their children that. No. They'll raise them up different. They'll send them to private schools.
It was like an affirmation.
Man's growing up on get rich or die trying.
Bro.
Man. Hey, we got that virus was in us, man. That virus was there, bro. We're not gonna pretend. I grew up in that era. Man's listening to Get Rich or Die Trying like it was gospel, bro. Niggas remembering every lyric. Think about it. When you're memorizing all them lyrics, like you could just recite all them lyrics, but it's like precepts.
Precepts, yeah.
Man. We step my money. I'm telling you, so, bro, you put that shit on, in anyone else in that era, it's hard, bro. Everyone's just gonna know every lyric, bro, off the top. But you tell man to name one scripture, but I can't remember one. I know all the bars, man.
But this is the thing, like Jake, right? Because Jake will be going to church and shit, yeah, but listen to 50 Cent at the same time.
Yeah.
But in that same song, he's like, I don't look to the sky no more, innit? So he's like, forget about the whole time. Just get on the road. Get on the road and do your thing, bro. You
Get
know?
rich or die trying. Like,
I ain't
that's
trying to
that's
die.
the end all be all.
And that's why Jake got no respect for the scriptures, because they respect 50 Cent. You know, guys like this.
But he's the hero now, like, because he's against P. Diddy. He's the hero. And they don't ask themselves, oh, this shit's on Netflix. How did he get this footage? And because he's an agent. He's an insider, man. And they want some of that shit to come out to cast down P. Diddy because it's morally destroying the people. There it go on.
Jeremiah 5:28. We finish up. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the need do they not judge.
I say that it makes me think of as a precept Isaiah 10, right from the top, because it's basically showing you that these individuals are moving. As Scripture says, "Year of your father, the devil," man. Because Esau's doing the same thing, you know.
And if these men come out and actually stand up for righteousness, they'll be gone. Yeah. And that's why they won't do it, because they know that Esau's one phone call shut your ass down. And I don't mean what they did to Kanye, because that was fake. Kanye ain't been shut down. That was all fake shit. Oh, my bank accounts. Kanye still got his money because Kanye is an agent. Like, I'm talking about for real. Like, Esau will make a phone call and you will be back in the ghetto within the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, for real, back in the ghetto. Yeah. Or you're dead. Esau has that power. Esau has the power to shut you down, because when you really break it down, it's all interconnected. Yeah. They can really, you know that thing where they say, you'll never work in this city again. Yeah, for real. You won't do business no more. You try and get that sponsorship, they cut you off with all your sponsorship deals. No one's going to sponsor you. They can get another nigga.
And they could just make a story up about you.
Make a story up about
Everyone agrees, yeah, I was there.
Yeah, that's it. You're cooked. Then the real killer is none of their media talk about you no more. So you're irrelevant.
Oh, whoa.
Because these celebrities live off relevancy. Yeah. Being talked about in a magazine, and now no one's talking about you. So you just become a ghost.
There was a one we spoke about maybe a year or so ago. I think it was an artist, maybe 1900s or whatever. And like part of it was like it was said no one was to go to his funeral.
Yeah, it was no, not Beethoven, the other guy.
What's that?
What's that? What's that? No, it might have been Mozart. It was one of them. Yeah, he broke the oath, so they basically gave him a pauper's funeral, and no one could attend. Yeah, yeah, they'll do that, boy.
Because they own your rights to your records, so you know these things don't have to get played no more.
They'll
Really,
bury.
you go in a vault somewhere, you know, won't get circulated.
There'll be something in the contract that says your family and anyone else doesn't have access to it, but they do. They can make the money from it.
They will bury you, man, if they really wanted to. That's how we knew this Tate guy was not. Oh, the Matrix, bro. The Matrix ain't coming after you, bro. You'd be gone. You'd be out of there. The algorithm wouldn't even push you no more. Finished.
So like the example I always give was that Boeing whistleblower. Here it is, you're supposed to go to court, he gets found dead, and then that's it. That was the end of the story. Never heard about it again.
His name will never come. And this is what people need to realize. If your name is being brought up on the mainstream media, you already know this guy, okay, they want you to know. Because if they don't want you to be mentioned, your name will never come up again, ever in history. Ever.
So like because to mention again, but it's like there are certain things that are happening in the world right now, right? Atrocities that say even what UN peacekeeping troops are doing, that they're just not talking about on the news because it's not needful for them to talk. So
you know where you find it on them low level journalistic. Like sometimes on YouTube, you just somewhere and you find it, and they're talking about some woman. I was watching one, some woman somewhere in deep South America. She does she organizes against like one of the Western companies that's stealing all the water, and she just got gunned down by some local gunmen, got paid off by the corporation. I'm like, shit, that's crazy. Where's BBC News? Where's CNN? Where's Fox News? No, they won't. That won't get covered on mainstream because they don't want you to know about it.
Exactly.
That'll have to be some low-level journalist somewhere with a little YouTube channel with 100 subscribers, and they'll talk about it. And that's as far as it will go. No?
Yeah. Esau's world's dirty, man.
Sick place.
Sick world.
Even as brothers reading, man, you know, these men ain't doing any righteousness, but they're prospering. These are the wicked that prosper in the world. So it's not good to look up these guys thinking that these guys are godly or whatever, because they're not. They're doing the most amount of wickedness. But these people are happy to follow after that. You know, just like mentioned back earlier, but it's like so happy to go and join themselves unto the heathen. They're quite happy to go and do that. They don't care about the effects on other people or what it is that they have to do. That's why they don't care. That's why they'll sell that easy.
Let me get that scripture, Psalm 73:12. Behold, these are the ungodly, prosper in the world, and they increase in riches. Like the Obeah thing. The Obeah thing, whether you want to call it Obeah, whether you want to call it Juju, but the man are working it. And the worst thing about the music industry is that it's everyone knows. Like it's not even a thing now where I think after the YouTube era, everyone knows that these men are Satanists. It's just something that everyone now just accepts. Right? I mean, I don't think anyone could deny, Beyonce's a Satanist. Like I think even her fans know. And they're still her fans.
Yeah.
It's like everyone knows these men are working Judge.
Yeah.
Judge is like it is what it is. Even these gangsters on the streets working Judge. Man, no.
Isn't that what you? I think isn't that the externalization of the heart? Yeah,
it's accepted. It's like it's sanitized now. The idea that man come to the damn music festival and it's a goat-headed demon and it's like everyone knows that's some satanic shit. But it's just accepted. No one's outraged by it. It's just man are worshiping Satan.
Just a prop.
This is Jeremiah 9:23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
That's right. This word, understanding these scriptures, is the most important thing. That's the value that's going to come even now. Because at the end of the day, all these dudes that sold out, that's got money, that's got whatever they have, they're going to be judged in the time that's fast approaching. But the Lord is going to open up death angels in this place to judge this world because the world is wickedness that's going on. The Lord is going to have a recompense, and all of this selling out to Esau, that the apostles, these men that are jumping ship because they already believe Yahweh Shai is coming back. That's really what's happening. Guys are like, you know what, man? If everything's just continuing, that's in the scriptures. You know, where it says,
Peter story.
no, not Peter's, but yeah, that is one. You know, the one is in the Matthew 24, where it talks about that they beat them that beat the servants. They said the Lord delayeth his coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of men are of the inclination, yeah, that the Lord ain't really coming back. So when you have that vibration that the Lord ain't coming back here, then it's like, right, I might as well just sell out and get what I can get out of this world, because the carnality of life, the mortality of your life, makes you, what they call it, the pride of life. You're like, right, man, so I'm just gonna be here suffering till I get old and die. Nah, there's them man like mindset is like, I've got to get something out. I need to, you know what I mean? So then Esau will come in with that bag. And you know the bag is the route to heaven, isn't it? Yeah.
This is Matthew 24, I start from verse 46. It says, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Doing what? Doing the work. Like being faithful. All right? Doing this work, teaching this word. Lord.
Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming.
That happened to a lot of guys from the 92 era already. You know, the Lord delayed. Some of them didn't sell out. They just went back into the world. Yeah. We've seen dudes like that. You know, the Lord didn't come within 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Them man just went back into the world to chase their dreams. Did niggas have different dreams? You know, Element went back to try and be a DJ. Who's that nigga? You had the nigga, remember that nigga from LA? He wanted to do MMA. You know the one that got spat on that time? And he wanted to go do MMA. You had another guy from New York. He wanted to be an MMA star. I ain't never seen him. These niggas went. You remember that nigga? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go do MMA. You seen him? The man's fighting wherever Andrew Tate was fighting before, because we ain't never heard of him again. But these niggas leave because they think they lose faith. So it's like, oh, let me try and go follow my dreams while I still can.
I'll jump in real quick. Give it back. It says, he'll hook Esau.
And he became a scorpion.
Heel hook, yeah, that was.
Yeah, and what exactly what the scripture said, before he fully bowed out into the world, for a while, more than a while, they'll scoff. They'll stick around and be like, you man ain't doing this, you man trying to prove you wrong and all that shit. Yeah, that's them beating the servants.
Yeah.
But it's, and then eventually they fade out, and then they're in the world, and their life is a failure anyway.
Fade into obscurity. If I can jump in real quick, Sirach 2:14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you?
That's right. They don't want to suffer no more, because it is a suffering. Being in faith and waiting is in itself a form of suffering. Because when you have to wait for something, you don't feel good. Why do you think children get angry and upset? They just can't control it.
Hope deferred, isn't it?
Hope deferred. Yeah. Bro, it doesn't feel nice. You know, there's an instant gratification. It's right, it feels good. Bro, nobody wants to wait, man. Like waiting is long. You know, your mom's telling you how long dinner coming. It's coming. And you know it's some oxtail blood, so you don't have to cook it down for very long. Like, it's like an hour. And you're just sitting there hungry and you're hurt. You just want that shit straight away, like.
But again, that's exactly it. Yeah. Exactly it. I have people, wicked about people are like Esau, and that's why they're gonna feel everything.
No, listen, no one likes waiting around. You want things in a timely fashion, man. And if you gotta wait for it, it's long, but that's part of being patient. Being patient is being able to suffer that time period where you have to wait.
And that is why the wicked people are the father of the devil, man. Because Esau is in that same spirit, bro. You're behaving like Esau.
Yeah.
But that's what he's trying to get you to do, to behave like him, who's the most profane.
No, this truth is hard, man. Because you want to get out of here. We wanted to be out of here like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're still here.
100% wanted to be out.
But
It is what it is.
it hurts.
Okay.
But you got to get through it. man.
Yeah. Remember how pissed off we were when we realized the thing was just a flu? Like when we was reading it out of China, we was like, yo, people are dropping in the streets. And it came, was like, oh man.
Being angry. That's why you have to kind of find a way to
Balance it out.
balance your anger,
Yeah.
because anger drains a lot of energy, and
Yeah.
and you can lose patience with that. Like, and then what happened to what's his name? Baloo. What was Baloo's name again? No, Baloo. Hard Rock is Hard Rock True. He said it himself. He said it there was a video he did. Because remember, them dudes used to be out there on a real with 14th Street Israel. They used to be out there, and then they fell off, right? But then they would come around to beat us, about the mark and all that stuff. And then he said in the video, he said, "Yeah, man, I used to go to work and I used to screwing up my face, and I was angry, and I just can't do it no more." Yeah, because that the anger and the hate,
Yeah.
it's a suffering.
Yeah, the standard of
Listen,
Andrew Tate.
go into work, yeah.
Suffering.
And
Edomites.
You got these baconites, and you have to be like interacting with them. I hate like the white woman, and then you see things that just rage bait you. You just get rage baited, bro. You're just like fucking devils, man. I could choke you out right now. That's a form of suffering because you want to choke him out. But you can't. So what you have to internalize that. There's a saying here that depression is anger internalized. Because when you can't express it outwardly, you end up turning it inward. It doesn't feel good. What feels good is, getting it out, man. Exercising that anger and hate. But you can't. And even that itself is a suffering. That's what the Bible says, Revelations 13:9. It says, "Here is the patience of the saints." What's he to do there? Right?
But if I can add as well, but Bakasha, like on what you're saying about having a balance is important, right? Because then what you can do is you can go off balance by indulging in stuff to help you overcome those things. Like coping, right? I'll put my because I remember I was reading that time, and it was a period of time I was just catching bare hell at work, and I didn't realize that at the time, but I just started drinking more and more and more excessively than I should have been, man. Right, so it's like there's a need for balance in this thing of ours, lest we destroy ourselves.
The Bible says this is the patience and the faith of the saints. Every day we're not got Esau in slavery hurts. It hurts. And then you see the Edomite walking around, and you're like, and you got to deal with your own situation, and you're like, I just want to get out of here. But that's why it takes patience. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to know this devil is walking around and he's not in chains. It's true.
To say those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
Even
about enduring all of that.
Justice. How does it feel when you've been wronged and there's not got justice?
Every day, though.
How many Hollywood films have they been on that?
Man, until you can get justice,
They rub it in your face.
suffering, man. Families get broken up over that. That's one of the people get divorced over that, man. A child gets murdered and they don't get justice. It breaks up the marriage, man, because of the strain and the stress. You know what I'm saying? Over trying to get justice, man. It's a serious thing. But a lot of guys can't handle it.
Well, Romans 8:22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travails in pain together until now.
Yeah.
And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruit of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption to wit the redemption of our body.
That's it. We're in hell, man, and you have to deal with your own imperfection, which causes you stress and pain, because you have your own imperfections and your own shortcomings that you're not happy with. A lot of stuff we're not happy with back here. But a lot of guys, they want to go back into ignorance. they want to do like sci-fi. Ignorance is bliss. I don't want to remember nothing. They think they can go back into the world.
Innit? You're not fuck that.
But you ain't gonna be happy in the world because yes,
That's a lot.
This is one of the things I say. You be walking around and you might see a couple arguing. One thing I always think of, it ain't Because people will be like, oh, now that I'm in this truth, I argue with my woman. No, you'll be arguing with her outside the truth anyway.
Yeah.
You'll be catching hell from your job.
It's not to do with the truth. Yeah. It's not the reason why things ain't going like that. Yeah. That's not the reason, bro. And if you're man understand, you understand it's because you know that's not why.
Exactly. Everything's
You know?
corrupted. It's not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out.
Mm.
You know, you can try, but that's the illusion of this world.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I go quickly?
Yeah.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 6. And have it in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Because we're being held down, we're having to deal with this bullshit. We really just want to get at Esau, right? But we're not able to. It's not the time yet. And so we have to be obedient in that time because we have to wait for Commander in Chief, Yahweh
You gotta
Shai,
go on
to
Twitter.
come and, you know, do the thing for us, man.
And Esau was just talking about IQ.
IQ,
And he's just like,
You know what you know what pissed me off? I was on the way to camp, man, and I said it. I was like, these fucking high IQs. You're not at the bottom of an escalator.
Yeah.
Why are you standing at the bottom of an escalator? You're just gonna cause a fucking accident. It's like, what are you doing? I know it's minor, but I was like, you're supposed to be the high IQ ones here. Like, what are you doing?
race and putting up monkey pictures. You know what I mean? Like, you know what, man? What you meant to do? You got to take it out on your kids on this.
But they're so high IQ, they don't realize that everything he is setting them up for a trap themselves. Here it is, they're Edomites as well, being set up as a trap. Because in the same, don't never forget what Elon Musk said, authenticate everyone. And all of the racism, all of the right wing, this, that, and the other is going to be used as a pretext as to why people need to have reasons, no, it was, but before that, but reasons to have to identify on the internet. What they're doing in Australia, that's how they get you. They marketed it as, we don't want children under a certain age to use social media. So what does that actually mean? Everyone has to authenticate to use social media.
And this is where it starts, man. Eventually, everyone's has to authenticate something.
Exactly.
Because we all use the internet to some degree,
Passport,
some form of whatever.
digital ID.
You know, so there's not going to be a way around, people are going to get, you know, around it. You know, because Esau's going to make sure that everybody, you know, have to accept this. You know, unless you just want to, you know, disconnect and go out of the woods somewhere, which most people are not capable of doing. You know?
And they'll just send a drone out there. But they show you that in that movie. Have you ever seen that movie Mother?
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that was a good film, actually.
It's crazy, though.
That's what I think.
It's
And
crazy,
she
though.
thought she was.
I don't fully understand it. It was crazy, though.
Huh?
I didn't fully understand it. It's crazy because it was all bugged out shit.
Yeah, they set her up. But you see, in the
Yeah.
end, she tried to think she got away.
Mm.
And then the machine just came and found her. So the machine used her to raise a child for her.
Oh, no.
Being a-
Oh,
it's a different one.
Yeah,
Now, there was a
yeah.
one where the woman was basically, there was a child that was being raised by an AI. And then the AI got some normal human woman that she thought she was like, escaped everything. She come in and was trying to do all this shit. And
Yeah, I've
then
seen that one as
by
well.
the end of the movie, she like escaped and went out. But then the thing went on found and said, listen, I always knew where you were. I used you. And now it's over. She just killed her. Like, so the AI wouldn't even let her just live in a little shack. Like, no,
Damn.
I'll come and find you. and kill you. So they're not just going to let you just go out in the woods. They just send some drones out there.
That's why
Find your ass.
we want need spiritual intervention.
Yeah, we need it. Like, what you think? You think Esau locks in a new world order? He's just going to have you out in the woods living like fucking Yogi Bear or something.
That's
like,
what Starlink's for.
yeah, they're going to have the AI out there looking for rogue humans, blood. Oh.
But remember, like, Esau's got tech that can scan old ancient seas. And the whole structure's underneath. Bro. There's only some
But it's Skynet. If you look at the premise of Terminator, the humans are on the run from Skynet. And really, if you think about that film, Skynet should have just won. Because men are out there with fires. Yeah. Bro, the drone's just going to use the heat. All right, send a missile to that heat fucking signature right there. Kill them niggas. But they had to nerf Skynet in the film to make it look like the humans could do something. But really, no, like they're dead. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that the system they're building now is Skynet.
and jokers, they actually have a system, Skype,
Oh shit.
which is used for database for terrorists.
Yeah, there you go.
Like it's
What
taught.
Palantir?
Yeah.
Palantir is Skynet.
Yeah.
It brings all
Yeah,
the systems together.
Everything to
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, go on now.
So this is the one
Like
that
they put it in.
Yeah, bro, Skynet. Pre-crime.
pre-crime.
You know what I'm saying?
Minority Report.
So a lot of these Edomites, they think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get my bug out bag and go out into the woods. Yeah, that's fine, but they'll just send a drone out there to look for you. And then you got one Edomite, they're like, well, one Edomite was slick. He said, yeah. He said, you can't use the foil. Like, good luck with that.
Get a phone put in your face.
Nigga figured Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator and shit. They go put blood on his face.
What does it say? A left side of the sea. It's swift, man. Some of these databases, real. Remember this year, start of this year, there was a pedophile that got. He's basically on a database to not be around children, and they found him somewhere with a child. And the point is that his face picked up on a database of cameras, and then they sent the feds to go and find him. Point is that proves that
The tech is there.
that tech and that database exists.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
There's a movie called Imposter. It's a good film, and they show you that in a film where they all had chips in them. But not only that, like when you go through the city, they got screens. And as you're going through the city, your face comes up on the screen.
Yeah.
Right? But they already have that in China already.
they got that check.
You know, so yeah, like we're living in the future. I think. Yeah, so, sci-fi.
The point you make of patience. This is Ecclesiasticus 2:12. Woe to be fearful hearts and faint hands and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore he shall not be defended. Woe to you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you?
Right. So this thing is happening, but it's not happening fast enough. So now you stop believing, like, oh, what if? And then you start making contingencies in the world and leaving off from your faith. And you see that. And some guys might do that in the way of, like Al-Azhar. He didn't believe. So he just tried to then turn the ministry into the world.
Well, he was talking about 5 years later.
Yeah, well, which is why
It's on his mind. He's about it.
he don't know.
He's
He's
about
already
it.
checked out.
Yeah.
Then that's why his ministry was no longer the ministry.
Yeah.
His ministry was his thing now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
yeah.
just, and then he's pretending that he's still a Hebrew Israelite, but he wasn't really. He was just using the ministry
That's what
for his purpose. Or then some
It
man
was a
will
shtick.
completely leave. Yeah. Some man will stay in it and change it up for what they want, and then some man will just leave, go do something else. All right. Yeah, come on.
Wait, patience. Zephaniah 3:8
Mm.
says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth should be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
So when you see these things happening, like we see how things wrapped up with Iran, and you see how the thing just dead off. You see how the thing just dead off, yeah. But we knew it was gonna be like that, right? Because they're trying to manage this thing, but there'll come a point where they're not gonna be able to manage it. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to use this Islam versus Judaism thing, right, to create their little synthesis.
As panned out in the letter.
Yeah, the letter.
That man seen.
But
Yeah.
but that's gonna eventually the law's gonna take control of that thing, and it's gonna get out of control. But clearly it was controlled
Yeah.
because one man did this, then it stopped. The other man did that, and then it just dead it off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then now it's business as usual to the next time.
I back.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
But there's gonna come a time when the Lord is gonna take control, and He's gonna put it into the minds of these men to go off script. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And then we're gonna get the Jake Paul thing. Pow!
Yeah.
Joe
Good
Rucker. Who had the thing about the Lord delay his coming?
I've got one here.
Yeah. Yeah, Baloo was one of them guys. And where is Baloo today? We don't know. Baloo started just scoffing.
He
man.
was doing like 2 or 3 jobs. He was talking about working hard. His mum was telling him to go work. So,
Then he started scoffing
Yeah.
at us because snow dummies.
potato chip.
He started doing snow dummies. Oh, you guys are going out in the winter. You're snow dummies. What are you talking about, bro? Why are you going to disrespect a man for going out in the winter? Yeah, because you ain't going out no more. So you're beating us. Because we're a testimony against you. We're making you look bad. Oh, no.
You wanted to be.
IOIC did the same thing. They called us snow dummies. And you had IOIC camps that would take the winter off down south.
Oh, I was watching the elders in Dallas. I was like, I'm still wearing t-shirts. I was like, yo, Texas is warm.
You used to go on there. I'm like, yo, let me check out some of these IOIC channels from down south. Them niggas took the winter off. In December, there's no vids. So why you? But hold on, bro. You don't even have winter, bro.
Part-time Israelites.
Well, let Esau give you some overtime.
Yeah,
In the winter,
What?
you need that double bubble.
Yeah.
Going out there.
But it's always the example. I remember Apostle Gabar, he was using it in terms of like money, innit? About health and stuff. So yeah, you spend that money on your chick. The same way, yo, it was just Winter Wonderland. I know them IUIC London cats were in Winter Wonderland with their chick. It's cold. Where you go? It's cold.
Listen, bro. I used to be out in the forklift spinning around.
Mm.
My legs would turn to Iceland. You know what I'm saying, bro? Come out to the camp. What's going on? It's not that bad. It's not like actual. You know, we're gonna get hypothermia. If it was that bad, brothers would do a sit down on the inside. But they tried to make it look like we're unreasonable. If it was getting hypothermia, brothers would leave.
Well, that's my point. If it was that bad, it was that cold, we would just pack up, we'd close the camp and do whatever, innit?
We're not crazy.
Reasonable service, the scripture says.
We're coming for fucking frostbite and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it's not, even today, it's actually quite mild.
God, the Matthew 24, verse 58, and it says, "But and if an evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants."
Right, they start coming up against the brothers, man. We've seen it before. It's like a known thing that happens. So it's like, man's find a reason to bow out. So, that one guy was saying, oh, they wouldn't let me be with my wife and kids. Is that really?
Come on, bro.
Man's there. Imagine I'm sitting there, my woman's in the living room, my kids are there. A man's telling me that the elders are teaching, man. That we're not supposed to spend time with my wife. I'm thinking, I missed that memo. Nigga, he's just making shit up because he's ready to go. That's really what it is. He's ready to go. So it's
Looking for a
like,
reason.
he's looking for a reason now.
Women
no,
do that.
No one ain't told you to leave your woman. Like, you know what I mean? No one ain't told you to not take your kids to the park, my nigga. Like, you could go throw that pigskin with your kids. Like, no one ain't told you can't do that. But obviously, you got to do the work. But niggas come up with an excuse, or some brother did something to me. Nigga didn't pass him the ketchup. You know what I mean? There'll be some stupid shit, yeah. And then that means that now you're just bugging out, and then all of a sudden now this is what happens. All of a sudden now there has to be a difference in doctrine now. Now I need to teach. No, you man are going off. So now they find something we're going off on. So now they got to do and they'll go a video every day. They'll do a video every day. Yeah, GMS this, GMS that. And they'll like a month will go by. And then when it gets to about 2 months, now it'll be like one video a week.
It's like Mike and the Avenger.
Yeah. And then 6 months, and then when you get to like 7, 8 months, no videos. They're just fully back doing what they're doing. That's we've seen it before. They start to beat the fellow servants. That's the GMS. You brothers you ain't right. No. Yeah, bro. You just want to leave, bro. Just go. You because these niggas never stick around and form anything. Like really, only one that Sakari did it. But we see what happened there. It was just really just
Wi-Fi and Pride.
Oh yeah, them shied. Yeah. Try and refract. Fried, nuke fired. Yeah, go there.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and the 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his word.
He ain't the one in the wrong. He ain't one going off. It's always somebody else. But it's always down to the fact that you lost faith, bro. That's what it boils down to. You lost faith.
You want to go back in the world, too much for you. I think we get it because it is not easy, is it? It's a hard road and it takes a lot of fortitude and there's a lot of ups and downs. And if the spirit's not with you, it's easy to just bow out, man, and decide you want to be an MMA champion or something. Or you want to
Unrealized-
reinvigorate your DJ career.
unrealized dreams.
Yes, if you want to travel the world or do whatever you want to do. Stopping you. Or you might sell out to Esau. Esau come to you with that bag.
You're gonna teach this now.
You're going to teach this now. You're
You're
going
gonna
to take
take out
the
the
name
names.
out now.
Yep.
Start doing that. Because you're like, you don't believe no more. So the fair ain't there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'd rather have the opportunity to live a certain lifestyle. You know,
You figured you go out on a high instead.
the pride
Not
of
knowing,
life.
not knowing it's gonna be you'll come down real low.
Can we get that? The pride of life. You got to be careful with the pride of life, man.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because you want to be somebody.
But this is the thing. This where we are right now. Our people, we're not here to live. We're here to serve a punishment, man.
Yeah.
We're not here to live it up.
You got to balance yourself because at the end of the day, we're not saying like, but don't get it twisted. I don't go home to a cardboard box or empty homes, you know, and sit in a lotus position. You know what I'm saying? Brothers might have a 4K TV and that, you know what I mean? You know,
Got some
you know what I mean? Brothers might brothers do, brothers send each other jobs. Yo, brother, apply for that. Get Esau's money, you know what I'm saying, bro, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to balance yourself in this truth.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
we got to pay for it.
Yeah,
You gotta-
using the world,
You know?
yet not abusing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the reality. You do have to learn to balance yourself in this truth, but you got to maintain your faith.
Yeah.
You have to maintain your faith and keep your eyes single.
Remember your first love.
That's right.
Can I grab this from what you were just saying earlier on? This is John 6. I'm going to read from 66. So from that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then said Yahushua to the 12, will you also go away? Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life. That's the question of where we go.
We know why we're here. We know why we're doing this. You know, other these cats, man, they lose track on, or you know, they lose sight of why they're doing this, and they're just tired, you know, and they feel like they got a better deal out here in the world, man. Well, there's no better deal out here.
That's
There's no
nasty.
better deal out here.
Emptiness out there. Yeah. Because really, the realistic thing is, it's all corrupted, man. It's all corrupted. Now we just really need to escape. And hey, the most noble thing to do right now is this work.
Yeah.
It's a noble endeavor. So you might as well just do that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because as I said, it's like you'll be at work, you'll be talking to people, hearing what they're saying, and it's just like you'll be listening to people. They may have, quote unquote, have it all, but they're through. The women are
Or
all
at
on.
least they're gonna be fucking.
They're gonna
free,
be
man.
through. Yeah.
They
The women.
want to lose everything out here.
That's it. I said the women are all on psych meds, mental health issues, this and then the other. That's one thing you're starting to see more and more, right? A lot of women just on like mental health and this, that, and the other, right? The men there through their super subservient, right? You know, the job is hell, right? Just about paying the mortgage.
That's what I said, man. There's nothing to suggest in this world, man. There's better days ahead. None.
I mean, if you want to blow, you know what I mean? If that to you is like an upgrade on life, to me, it's like, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really. You want to sell your soul, and
Man.
I already think that's an upgrade to life. Personally, if you think that's what's up here, but I don't think so. So just hold it down, man. We almost out of here, man. We say that all the time, but we are. Like, and the thing is, at the point when it happens, you're gonna look back and be like, yeah, it weren't that long. It weren't that long, but we're mortal, so even 5 minutes is long to us, isn't it?
But even
You know?
looking back, when you think about how long we've been in the truth for, that time's kind of gone quick in a way.
Yeah,
Even though it feels long, like in the presence right now, when you look back, wow, I've been here this long already. It's a thing of like it's gone quick.
Yeah.
So when it does come, it's gonna be like, yeah, that was quick. That was
Yeah.
kinda quick.
Well, if the Lord came in 2 years, would that be that long? If it came in 20 years, it wouldn't be that long. Like in the grand scheme of like life and eternity, it's nothing, man. It's all gonna be worth it. No matter what time the Lord came, it was worth the wait. It's not- yeah,
It's like, I forgot who said that. 2 Corinthians 4:17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Time's a funny thing, man. It's relative, isn't it?
It is a lie of
Relative.
fiction. It's not like we're getting whipped every day or nothing like that, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is still blesses us to, you know, and allows us to do certain things, man. And we just go. There's a lot of mental strain, you know what I mean? But you can get through it, like
Physical strain.
Yeah.
I'm saying. Vote for yourself, back pain.
but you can get through it. You can get through it. It's not that.
Help the Lord.
Because there's a
But for me, blowing up rod,
yeah.
that's worse. You know what I mean? It's,
There's a priest, I can't remember how it's phrased, but something to the effect of like, think it's strange, basically what befalleth thee or something like that. It's like the fact, everyone's going through something, and there's an odd comfort in that, you know. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I've got it.
Chill.
This First Peter.
Yeah, but every girl wanted to be Cassie, right? She was the princess of New York, right? And then it turns out she was getting pissed on.
royalty.
She was royalty. Guess what? She had to get pissed on and all sorts,
Degraded.
man. Degraded. Fuck up. You should have just gone with a forklift driver.
Yeah, for real.
What the hell's not
But
thinking?
the thing is, yeah,
Them 40
because
times
of
tomorrow.
the demon she is there, she would have never told that lie. You even gave the option now. She's the demon.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, she would never choose that life. So she'd rather go with the black eyes and the
But it just shows you because there's people that would have like been desired to be her.
Yeah.
They think her life is better because what did they see? They saw the glitz, the glamour,
Yeah.
but they didn't see the piss though. They didn't see that though. Like, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing. You can see a guy got certain things, but like I said, if you got a blow off Diddy, for me, it's not. You didn't take a W out of that. I'd rather be a forklift driver than have to blow Diddy. Come on.
Nice.
But you got these.
I'd rather sign on.
You got these dudes and women sending
Bro,
themselves
you
short,
homeless, man.
going to Dubai and shit. To go get
That's disgusting. Yeah, like, you know how bad it is to sign on. Right? That shit demonic. Right? You know, I don't know if you've ever been in a job center, but it's a dark place. The job center is one of the darkest places you ever go. You ever been in one?
I've been in one, yeah. But
Bro, the job center feels like hell. You know, like there's a dark cloud. Like you go in there and it's just shade. And it's just like a dark cloud of like your manhood is destroyed. Man. You know what I mean? Bro, job seekers, yeah, it's just better to work. I'm telling you, there's a demon involved. I'd rather sign on and just sit there all day than fucking sell my soul, bro. Do some wicked shit.
this from First Peter chapter 4 verse 12 says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you." Right? It's part of the thing, man.
Yeah, you catch hell in the truth. And sometimes the hell you're catching in the truth because you're a dumbass, man. Because you did some stupid shit, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of shit I went through is my own bad decision. Like me just being stupid and lacking wisdom, yeah. And you want to blame the truth. No, it was you. Like, you know what I mean? And brothers tried to counsel you, you didn't listen. Yeah, sometimes, bro, your health problems, sometimes your own health problems. It's not like the Lord sent an angel down to smite you down. No, you were drinking, you were doing.
It's sort of like we're talking about
Last week. Yeah.
diabetes, you know, drink. It didn't fall from the sky. That rice, mac and cheese, you know, mixed is why
You use your body. You're gonna get some health problems off the back of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of things is you made a bad decision.
self-imposed.
Obviously, some shit happens, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, it's just off, you know, like when Tate got gas, you know.
It's sort of like with putting on weight. You didn't put on weight just eating a little bit of rice, spinach, and some protein. No, you put on weight because you was eating a chocolate bar in bed,
Same amount of time.
having like 3 flapjacks and a Guinness.
Yeah. A pizza and a cake.
So a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Muscle, but I had to complete.
But yeah, but being in the truth, there are a lot of things that will happen to test your faith, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes one of the things that tests faith is sometimes you might get cursed out. And you didn't do nothing wrong. And a lot of men fail that test. We've seen it. But what does the scripture say? Sometimes you have to suffer wrongfully. And then be justified by the Lord. A lot of men have fallen out the truth, but they was trying to justify themselves, man. And they end up doing evil.
Yeah.
But
It's like
sometimes you gotta learn how to pay the Lord.
They want to see right in the eyes of man.
Sometimes you gotta be humble. You know what I'm saying? Well, not sometimes, all the time. You gotta be humble and just chill, man. Yeah.
But rejoice in as much as you are partakers of Yahweh's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of God rested upon you. And then,
Nah, reproach for the name of the Lord. Now, something that ain't getting reproached for the name of the Lord, they just did something stupid. Being reproached for the name of the Lord is like standing up for the word of the truth. Now you're being persecuted. But that's going to start happening more and more. Right? And if that happens, you have to know, like, listen, this is it's called accountability. I chose to go down this path, and this is what comes with it. Now, there's a scripture that speaks about, it says, oh my goodness, it says, sow the seed. It's the one where it says, sow the seed. It said, my Lord. It's the sower, the parable of the sower, right at the end. When it said, I'm trying to remember the word it uses.
The day is coming.
No. You know, it says, the Lord, I'll find it, man. Yeah, it's the parable of the sower. No, not the mustard seed.
Must be there.
Sown by the wayside.
The one
Yeah.
that's
And it says,
what's that? UK left.
yeah, you know, thorns. Okay,
The cares of this life, pleasures of this life.
offended. Okay, that's the one. He says, when it says, yet not he have root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation and persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. Now, when you look up that word for offended, it's scandalizo, which when you really break it down, what it means is something's happened to you that you don't deserve, you don't think you deserve. So it's like, some men have that mindset that just because you're following the Lord, everything has to go right for you. So you might look at it and be like, oh, like my man over there, he ain't even in this truth and he gets this, that, and that. But I'm in the truth and I don't get this, that, and that. This has happened to me instead. So now you're in a mindset of you deserve only good things to happen to you just because you're in the truth. So, let me see, the blue letter breaks it down, the scandalizo.
Yeah. Marcus 7:9. I'll bear the indignation of the Lord because I've sinned against it.
Yeah.
You
like
know?
Yahweh, like, what did he go through? You have to remember this. What did he go through? What did he do though? He didn't do anything. He didn't feel wrong. But he suffered, man.
But you're different.
Yeah, somehow.
You are perfect. No, you know what I mean? Like you not without sin. So how can you be standing there talking about what you do and don't deserve? You know what I'm saying? And that's where it comes into. It's an entitlement. Some men aren't thinking that the Lord owes you something now because you're doing this truth now. No, it doesn't. You can still catch hell like everyone else.
We owe the Lord. We're in debt.
All of
So we got to pay off with our body, man, with our sacrifices, man.
So you got the word scandalizo. It says to put a stumbling block or impediment in the way upon which another may trip or fall. So that's what you feel. You feel like the Lord's working against you because you're catching a little bit of hell. So now all of a sudden you're now what's the word? Oh man, I keep forgetting all. What's the impetuous? You get impetuous against the Lord. Like, why are you doing this to me? To me, like, I teach the word. I do this. I go to camp. Why is this happening to me? Why
this guy over here?
Why? It's like, bro, like it could happen to you.
Yeah.
You have to suck it up. It says, to cause a person to begin to distrust or desert one whom he ought to trust and obey.
Yep.
So now you don't trust the Lord, or you don't because something happened to you.
Yeah.
When shit can happen to you. But as long as you still have this faith and you can move forward, that's good enough. Yeah.
This is why the Lord speaks about being refined, right? You're going to go through, tribulation, right? To enter into the kingdom, right? You have to go through much tribulation. How do you think that's going to come? If you don't get hit with stumbling blocks here and there that you have to overcome, you're going to walk in? No, you're going to have to prove yourself, man. We have to prove ourselves.
Look at this. Since one who stumbles or whose foot gets entangled feels annoyed. So you're annoyed.
Yeah.
You get annoyed with a little bit of hell you caught. Let's say you lost your job. You're struggling. Or you ain't got no, you're struggling in one. Now you're annoyed. Like, why am I going through this?
And this is why the book of Job exists, man. To show you what I'm supposed to do in that situation.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, I got it. To make indignant. See? You become indignant to the Lord. Just because you caught some hell. As if you can't catch hell in this thing. And that's why the apostles always push that. Oh, you come into the truth. This is not all roses. Now you're a prophet. That means that everything, you're basically going to live life on cheat mode. Now, you know what I mean? Because you're doing the work of the Lord. Like,
The promise not persecuted, man.
it's like you're going to play the lottery and you're just going to win.
You know the numbers every week.
Yeah,
But
you're going to get 10 gal.
I would even bet it's less likely to happen.
Yeah.
I would even bet it's less likely to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
But the Lord's going to do good things for you, but he's also going to test your faith and have certain things happen.
Those are the good things on a spiritual level. Those hardships you overcome is going to build you up.
Yeah.
The Lord's going to do good for you in a spiritual manner.
That's why I don't use that deserve shit. That's people in the world.
Yeah.
I don't deserve.
I
it.
don't deserve.
But you know what we deserve?
Yeah.
Sometimes think about it. Listen, man, deserve.
How do you know?
Let the whole earth explode. That's what man really deserves. This world is so fucking wicked. Yeah. That really the Lord would be within his
That's
right.
in a black hole.
Just
Start again.
like one of them Star Wars films, when the man let off the Death Star, man, and the whole thing just, and you couldn't even argue with it. You were like, you know what? Man was some major fuck ups out here. The level of wickedness across the board. Because none of us, if the Lord counted sins, who could stand? The Lord would be within his rights, to just evaporate you, man. To hit you with a laser beam or a lightning bolt, just explode your body, man. And what could you say? Oh, well, I didn't deserve that. The Lord said it in Luke, the 13th chapter, when the man got dashed off the building by Herod. And the Lord said, do you think that these were more sinners or more wicked than anyone? And the Lord said, nay, unless ye repent, ye shall likewise perish. That was the Lord saying, look, bro, all of you, man, could get the most maddest death. Like when you watch them gore videos, man, I've seen some bomber clap, like what did my man do?
Bro,
See, man,
have you seen that guy? He tried to kill himself. He got impaled. And the street post went through his, and it came through his neck.
blood clot.
And he just sat there on the
Oh.
I was like, yo, that is some judgment.
Yo,
Bro.
yeah,
He tried to kill
man,
himself and got impaled.
that's crazy. Bro, I seen, man, one Mexican execution, they took his flipping leg off of the kneecap surgically, like. Man's alive, like. Then he took off the other kneecap and he was firms in it, like, fuck you, man. Then they took the knife underneath, to fucking take off. That's when he started crying, like, you know what I mean? Yeah? And they started laughing. Like, I thought he stopped that. Come on, man had his legs and arms taken off while he's alive. And butchering them like they're not even a pig because man killed
The pig's dead. Yeah.
man cut the pig's throat and then they butcher it. And you'd be thinking, you might think, that man's wicked. Listen, we could all get that. Whenever you watch them gore shit, always remember that you could ease that guy there or that woman that's in that terrible gore type situation that's worse than any horror film you could ever believe. That could be you. And you would be deserved. You couldn't say, oh Lord, I don't deserve this. Okay, well, why don't you deserve it? Can you explain to me why? You know what I mean? What makes you so perfect and so without spot here that you just can only get roses and petals? No, every single person on this planet can get a terrible judgment, and it would be absolutely justified.
That's why people say the Lord have mercy on whom He'll have mercy.
That's right.
So
So you have to have that mindset, but it's always the mindset in the world of what people deserve and what they don't deserve. So he didn't deserve that. How you know he didn't deserve it? Well, I don't deserve this.
And that's when they got bad judgment on people they don't know. They don't know nothing about these
You
people.
don't know what man
You know what I
deserves
mean?
and what man don't deserve. And from your own perspective, you should never think like that. You should always think, listen, I'm getting what I deserve. You know, in fact, I'll go one further. You should always think that no matter what the judgment is, the Lord didn't really give me what I deserve. Because it could have always been worse. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord wanted to, the judgment could have been further to the furthest extent. Especially if you're an Israelite, because the Lord always has mercy on Jacob. Man.
And this is why we've got to be thankful for what we do have.
That's right.
Things that are going
When we see when you got that mindset, now you can deal with life a lot easier than when you got an entitled bitch mindset where you catch a little bit of hell and you think that's the worst thing ever, and now you're all indignant and the most I don't why is it this happening to me? Bro, you know how worse even with my kids. Sometimes I'll be looking at my kids, they be doing some shit, and I'll be getting frustrated and angry. And then I'll be sitting on the bus afterward and I'll see some brer with some Down syndrome youth, yeah. Just doing all this shit. I'm like, you know what, man? Yeah, I should be on time. Could have been worse.
Yeah.
I could have had this youth to deal with. I know, man, that got autistic kids. One guy, the man was depressed, bro, because the kid's so fucked in the head. The kid's even calling the police on him and doing all kind of crazy shit, yeah. Like living in hell. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know how I would deal with them, type, you know. So I just got to deal with my kids. But you know what I'm saying, bro? There's all kind of different illnesses. Brothers might have a youth with a mad illness, bro.
Allergic to everything.
Just allergic or different things. There's so many different things that the Lord could be doing to you right now. But you got your own little thing and you think it's the worst thing ever and you don't deserve it. Bro, chill. The Lord could be doing a lot more to you, bro. Just look around you.
Lord, say good or not thy loin. Deal with it, bro.
You gotta deal with it, man, and just pray for mercy and the Lord might alleviate you. But don't start acting all like, I don't deserve this. The Lord might show you what you really deserve. Then you really be balling.
Well, even that, no, even though he was self-inflicted. But when that head dude was being exposed, no, why you all coming on me?
Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He was basically like, oh, so how come everyone's cursing him out?
yeah.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
it's just so. I'm not even. Oh, man, this music
Oh, God damn, that's disgusting, man.
This thing.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, shit, that's from fucking fall like that.
yeah, came through his neck, bro.
Oh, man, see?
The Lord is terrible.
That's a mad judgment,
The Lord's
man.
terrible.
The finger's even sharp. It's not even
The
sharp.
Lord's terrible,
The
bro.
Lord put a mad spirit on him and oh, man.
He jumped and then impaled him.
Yeah, man.
The damn boulder.
He got them Goldberg traps.
The Lord is terrible, bro.
Hey, it's terrible. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to like this whole thing, that spirit of I don't deserve this. Get that spirit out your mind, man. Be humble. Have humility, man. Don't become entitled. Just because you come into this truth, you're not entitled to like live life on easy mode.
The prize is at the end.
Yeah,
So
Can I
once
grab
you don't
this?
get into the end, innit?
no, don't get you wrong. Brothers that had mad deliverances.
Mm.
Brother had crazy deliverances, like so. It swings and roundabouts, you know.
It happened, man.
Can I grab this real quick? This is Romans 3:23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High.
Yes, you have to remember that, man. So when you're getting you're getting judged, and you're catching hell. Don't start turning indignant. Start moving mad.
Like righteous is a filthy rags. So yeah. You know, so don't think that you cleaned up. You ain't that clean. Not yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I get a lamb back on that as well? So Romans 2:23. Now Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death. The gift of the Most High is eternal life through Yahushua.
And you still have the gift. Listen, you got to look at it like this, man. If you, no matter what you go through in this world, if you still have the faith in this word, you're good. You're kind of good. And it's hard to, it's hard to act. But the worst thing could be if you lose this word and lose this faith. then you're cooked.
Even if you fall out of favor between brothers and all these different types of things, the elders that kicked you out or whatever the case may
If
be.
you still believe,
If you
got
still
hope.
believe, you just concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing, isn't it? Because it's not really about any of us. It's not
Yeah.
about
Well,
the elders and that.
Think
That's
about
true.
it, yeah. You want your car, you want this truth.
Yeah.
But the Lord took your car. Like, you fucked your car up, yeah, and you're all upset, yeah. Okay, but at least you still believe. At least you still got this word, and the Lord could give you another car. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but He could give you another car. And maybe you need to ride the bus for a little while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean, as in like put things into its proper perspective, and hopefully you won't fall into the trap that some brothers fell into, where they got emotional, start blaming the Most High for everything, and getting caught up, and then now you're back in the world.
Because it says in Proverbs that wisdom is better than ruth, right? And it's more than anything that may be wanted. That's what wisdom. It's better than anything that you may want. You know?
Beginning of wisdom.
Mhm. That's it.
So Isaiah 1, I'll start from verse 14. Start from verse 14. It says, your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hateth. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. And when you spread forth your hands, I will hide my eyes from you. Yea, when you make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood. Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doings from before my eyes. Cease to do evil. Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless. Plead for the widow. Come now and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat of the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, you shall be devoured with the sword, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it.
So we're, at the end of the day, we're getting in on your Howard Shire's ticket, man. You always have to remember that, man. This thing comes in, Paul said, with much tribulation, so shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. So you can't be ignorant to that, and that's part of being manly and having accountability, that you're gonna have ups and downs in this thing. You gotta accept it. You can't celebrate when you get good things, and then when you get bad things, try to pull your pram out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And start acting dumb. It's gonna happen, man. And brothers have suffered, man. Brothers have had loss, disease, things of that nature.
Stuff that goes through now.
Yeah, brothers is going through it, man, and it hurts, man, because you hear it a lot. You hear different brothers are going through this, going through that. But the main thing is that, we help brothers how we can, and brothers maintain the faith. But the worst thing that could possibly happen is the brother fall out.
And if I can add, in those times, we must needs make use of the body, man. When we're fucked up in a position, you just like, yo, ring a brother, man.
And
Like,
brothers do that. A lot of brothers get help,
yeah,
when they need it, man.
that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Man?
With the
So,
wisdom to go with it.
The wisdom, yeah. Because there's nothing worse. And that's one of the things that's beautiful about this truth, is we don't have to suffer alone, man. You can,
there to help.
Yeah. And it's even like the precept that we read earlier on, right? You'll be surprised. There'll be a brother that's been through your situation that you can talk to.
Sometimes you might feel like you're the only one going through it.
Yeah.
You don't know other brothers.
You're generally like shocked when he's like, oh yeah, I was doing that such and such a time ago. Oh shit,
Yeah, you ain't the only one, man. You know what I mean? That's it says right in the scriptures. Man.
Yeah.
We read it, man. It's not no strange affliction, man. Brothers have been through it and worse than you. The apostles, the elders, they've been through all kind of shit, man.
That's it.
And that's why you have to respect their walk and how long they've been doing this walk, man. You have to respect it, man, because it's not easy, man. They're going through the trials same way we're going through the trials, man.
Yeah.
And they're men same way we're men. You know what I'm saying? So they're facing all the things we face, man. And you have to show respect, because it definitely ain't easy, but no one ain't said it's supposed to be.
Sorry. It says Job 2 and 6, it points in verse 10. It says, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils, from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her,
Bow speakers as one of the foolish women speaking. What?
Man had hope. He was just like, end the suffering. Just curse God and get hit with a lightning bolt, and you won't suffer no more. Man said, no, I'd rather suffer and retain my integrity and in hope.
What I always find deep about the spirit of Job is that when he heard everything that was going on after he got all the news of everything, first thing he did was bow down and praise the Lord. That's, you know what I mean? That's different. That's heavy.
Because literally his whole life capitulated.
Yeah,
that.
capitulating.
Bro, that was an L, bro.
Yeah.
That's epic level of L.
We will do one little one
Just one of them
time.
things happening, bro. It's
Yeah,
like,
Bro,
Yeah.
just one of them.
The kind of sickness that makes you vomit. Like,
right. You know what? If you don't mind, I'm gonna quickly just read it.
That shit sit your ass down.
Yeah. This is Job chapter 1 and 19. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell this. So that's when his children died, right? And
it's
it says,
told him that, isn't it?
yeah, servant told him. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb and naked shall I. That is some, you know, testicular fortitude.
Yeah.
Like real. That's
Man didn't show no indignity. He wasn't indignant with the Lord, man.
he said, the Lord gave and the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged the Most High foolishly.
Yeah, there you go.
That's some character, bro.
Yeah, it's character, bro. 100%. That's may we all have
It's humility.
such character, man. Because things can happen to you,
Things
man.
happen, bro.
Things can happen, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you be like the demons. Where was God and all this stuff? But, oh, you better chill. What, you want it to get worse?
I say, but you know, feel like his women getting on you, like, you know, you doing all this, but yeah, but God didn't do this, God didn't do that. You know, all these voices around you talking shit.
Doubters, man.
Yeah.
But then you violate the Most High. Most High can make it 20 times worse. You think it's already worse.
You ain't hit the bottom yet.
End up like my man with the traps. You know what I'm saying? So it's, hey, yo,
can I get this word?
that's crazy.
Because it came to mind in spirit when you you're referencing the apostles and stuff. It's the word tenacity. I just wanted to look it up. The AR overview says tenacity means persistent determination, right? It's the quality of, and they're using it in a positive way, but of being in a good way stubborn and not giving up easily, showing a strong resolve to stick with a goal or task despite difficulties, setbacks, or opposition, often linked with qualities like perseverance, grit, and steadfastness, which scriptures talk about being steadfast. It says it's the inner strength to keep going when things are tough, making it a highly valued trait in achieving challenging objectives. Tenacious.
That's why brothers are still pushing, brothers are still here. You know what I mean? And we're waiting for the Lord to come back. And in the meantime, we're edifying, like we're doing now. We're coming out and teaching the word and edifying. But that's what we're here to do. The scriptures tell you, the edification of the body of Yahweh Shai. You know, to give understanding. You know, which don't come in money.
Yeah.
Money, you can give a man money, but you can't. When the Lord take that money away, how they gonna deal with it?
Exactly.
You gotta have this understanding, man.
And it's like part of the understanding as well is it gives us comfort through the things we go through, right? When we may lose someone, that we quote unquote love or whatever is, to back to the spirit realm. But as we read in the precepts, we know we'll see them again. That's a comfort. The actual belief, because for us, you get people in the world, they're like, oh, what happens after you die? We know.
Yeah.
We're confident in what happens.
Bro, it's why, like, this faith, man, is rightly named the truth, because we're the only ones on the earth through faith that actually understand death.
Yeah.
Like it don't matter if you're a Muslim or wherever you believe in. Them guys don't really understand death like that. Like, brothers have, situations where family members pass or whatever it is. And it's painful. It's painful when it happens, the grief. The different stages of grief. But but ultimately there's hope attached to it.
Our Lord is the Father of spirits, man.
Yeah,
Our
that's it.
Father of spirits.
Like, it's deep, and sometimes,
God of the living.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's why one of the reasons that certain brothers are going to be martyred, because the scripture says that not even death can separate us from the love of God. So that has to be proven.
Yeah.
That's why certain brothers is going to be martyrs for that reason, so that when they're delivered, when they're rewarded, then it can be shown like, listen, man, you demon, you killed him, but look, he's sitting there with a crown. So that death didn't overcome or didn't separate from the love. That's the reason why there has to be certain brothers that experience that form of death.
Be faithful unto death.
You have to be able to death, so the Lord can show, listen, man, yeah, you killed him, but look, I brought him back and I blessed him, and now you're in slavery to him. Imagine that you could be the same man that killed you. You're there with chariot and crown on, watching them burn. You know what I mean? Front row seat of the Lakers with a lake of fire. The Lakers on fire, man. Front row. Yeah, that's it.
Miami.
Yeah.
Right? The Blazers.
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon 3 and starting from 2. In the sight of in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
in the sight of the unwise, even brothers that's past, when we talk about them, we talk about them with expectancy of seeing them. Yeah, man, man, you know that brother, man, he was so this, he was so that, and hey, matter of time before we see them again. Like even it's like, even for us, even when people who we love in the world pass, people that we know, family might be attached
They're in
to,
their right mind now.
they're in their right mind, and sometimes your other immediate family bug out on that.
You're so calm. Yeah.
Like,
It causes contention.
yeah,
Almost.
sometimes it causes contention,
But they're scared.
but for they
They don't believe.
they don't know.
Sometimes, man, like it hurts.
It hurts. It
But
definitely.
when you know the reality of this world, yeah, man,
And
you kind of escape hell.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying,
Kinda.
like, bro? Yeah. Yeah, because hey, listen, I've seen family members suffering, and it's like, listen, bro, the truth is, it hurts that they went out, but then at the same time, you're like, you know what, man,
Mercy.
you blessed right
Mercy,
now,
yeah.
man, because you
Mercy,
were suffering down here, man.
For real.
You know what I mean?
The scripture says death is better than continuous sickness. And sometimes the sickness, like, family member of mine passed, remember last year after camp, like, he had a lot of mental demons he was dealing with, man. Like, literally.
He ain't dealing with demons no more.
Nah, he's good.
He's got the clarity.
Got the clarity, bro.
But these are the things you have to understand, man. It's not just run out here and say, "Oh, so for white man's the devil."
Yeah.
You have to understand these, and that's what this truth is, a 360 thing. You have to have all this knowledge in order to walk, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to have this knowledge in order to walk on, because this truth is an everyday thing, man. And you're gonna be challenged, man, in your mind and your mental fortitude. And it goes back to scriptures, really, like the brother was saying, going into Job and understanding that situation and understanding that that was a reality. Like, all the prophets went through some serious hell and tribulations, man. Yahweh Shai, man, like, he had to face torture. That's a real thing,
Despite having the power to end it all.
Yeah.
He had to face torture, man.
No.
Like real torture. He had to face it down. And imagine, he knew it was coming and had to count
Face
down to that time and face it, man, and go through it. There weren't no other way but to go through it. He couldn't fast forward it and get the remote. You know when you're watching something on TV,
Like click.
and you just clip it forward? No, you can't clip it forward. Just like we can't clip it forward. We got to go through it. We can't. Yeah, everyone would love that. Listen, we just go sleep and wake up in the kingdom. Like, job done. Like, man will go sleep right now. Just wake up. No, we can't go sleep and wake up in the kingdom, man. We gonna have to step by step go through it, and whatever the Lord has ordained for us to go through, we don't know what it is. Whatever it is, we're gonna have to go through it.
To back you, because that's what happened with the Apostle Paul, because he was put to sleep, if you will, right? But he said he would much rather he was back here, to teach, because he said it was needful for him to teach. and to do these things.
Whole different level.
Yeah.
But then even that, at first, remember he said in the flesh he's got he wants to be with the Lord.
Yeah,
But he has to
yeah.
be here to do the work.
Yeah.
He went through hell. He got whipped.
Shipwreck Christ.
He got whipped, man. He got stoned to death.
He died.
Yeah, he died.
He
bro.
died, bro. He died
Violence,
twice.
Paul was,
He was robbed.
and then
Yeah.
and that. So that's so. What are we really going through?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And bro, fall out the truth for some minor shit.
Yeah.
You know, get upset because the car broke down or something. And that, bro, get the fuck out.
Remember when the apostles told the story after 9/11? Some guy was like, "Where in the scriptures does it say I'm gonna be in prison?" I was like, "What? So what you mean?"
Well, you know what you just reminded me about, right? Bro posted in the chat the other day about that Evo Noah guy.
Bug out.
Yeah,
I hate Ghanaians.
But you know what? It's just a simple fact that if you get understand any type of script,
Bro, them niggas.
you never follow this dude.
Uh,
Because they're so fucking ignorant. Jake is so ignorant sometimes, man. They just want to follow somebody.
Yeah.
They just want to like somebody, get it?
bro,
And they bare man, they had bare followers,
bro,
bro.
those niggas, he
Jordan
literally
Box of the dude.
other parts, bro, to follow this nigga. It's artificial intelligence art. He didn't build that shit.
Yeah.
AI,
Side note,
take
anyway.
picture of a farm. So can you put a art? Niggas cave, drones shit on their head. Not there, man. And the thing is, last night that nigga was on a rap concert. He was on stage. You know, for real.
That's crazy.
I just want to read this quick. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful.
What's common to man? The same thing.
You'll go for
Listen, man, listen, you have to be true to yourself. We do like money. We do like nice things. Don't tell yourself you don't, because you do. I like nice things. I like nice perfumes. I like good food. You know what I mean? I like women. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to have sex. I don't know, fucking. You know, these are things which are common. We all through the carnal flesh desire certain things. Yeah, and then they can become temptations because they could, not to say you can't have a woman, but then there's the adultery, there's things of these things. You know what I'm saying? There's the wrong type of woman. These things can tempt you into the wrong, push you off your square. We like money, but certain things we're not going to do for money. I'm not going to tell you I don't like money. What do you mean? I don't like my bank account empty. what am I gonna lie to you? Or I just love being broke, you know what I mean? It fills my heart with joy. No, it don't. I love when I see money in my account. You know what I'm saying? How you think we're gonna buy bears? And you know what I'm saying? Money.
Money's a defense.
Money's a defense. But it can be a temptation now. This is, you understand, it's a common temptation. And we all have to face it. All these different things, lust of sex, money, all these different things are something that is, we all have it. We all gonna have these different temptations. Now it's all about using the scriptures and the spirit to control and manage ourselves, man. So that's why the scripture turn around and say, what, mortify your members. To certain time, man, walk around, man, I just try and ignore gal. Because I ain't got the time today. I ain't got the time tomorrow, bro. Because I don't want problems. I don't want to fall into issues. That don't mean say you ain't gonna get a gal or you're not gonna do certain things, but you ought to keep it balanced.
It's lawful, but not expedient.
Not
No, if
expedient,
it's
man.
expedient, even though people are doing such a thing or whatever, it's not right. Good timing or whatever you
Man
want to call
ain't
it.
chasing down money like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you control those impulses and avoid those, overcome those temptations. Because the temptations come on us all. You know what I mean? And we all face it. We're all gonna face it. It's common for all mankind. But you see what happened to man in the world? They get dashed to pieces by the temptation.
It consumes them. Like, bro, that money demon, bro, it's real, bro. People are always on a constant hunt and pursuit of money. Like, there's obviously working, your job or whatever. But even that, like, when you pick up a few extra shifts, if you go overboard, it can really take a toll on your health.
Destroy you.
It can destroy you. But then, like, when you have people in the world, they're super overly ambitious and willing to do anything to get money.
Yeah.
You see that, like, it's too much, bro.
Yeah.
I've literally seen people I know, like, their health is just, like, breaking down.
What the scripture said about the wariness, those that be rich, isn't it?
Yeah,
The love of money.
Yeah.
These men go to another level with it.
Yeah.
You know?
And once again, these guys in the business world, he sees them too. We speak about like the, you want to make partner, which I actually met someone who used to was chatting to someone who used to work at one of those big accountancy firms, and it was basically saying that the way they tier it is really what forces people to accept certain things, because you can go from, let's say it's like it'll be 150K, and then the next level above that is $1 million a year, right? So if you're on that 150 and you're looking at that $1 million a year, you were saying, and them roles, people are overlooking hella shit, right? People are overlooking. Apparently, one geezer just straight up said, "I've got 3 jokes for you," right? Pulled down his trousers, and that was the joke. He got promoted the next week.
Well, I would have put him in prison.
Right, but once again, it's like, but once again, people will be looking at those and being like, well, they're not in the entertainment industry, therefore they've not sold out, they've not done this. No, they've done that too. They've done that too. Certain of these roles, those guys will be like, ah, cool, to now make the 10 million a year. I like the look of your wife.
But them H1B ones, man, them man are in slavery.
No, in slavery.
Oh, yeah, so I was being saying, sorry. But yeah,
Nah, you're right on that, man. Because it's funny you should mention that. Because where we work, I heard certain things like there's certain roles where man get up there and it's like man are being racist. But it's like you have a choice. You could
say something.
You could say something and rock the boat, yeah. But then they don't like you, and then you won't pass the probation.
Yeah.
That's it. Or
laugh
man
and
said
smile.
you laugh and smile and go along with it, so you can pass the probation, and then now you're in it. So it's you know what I mean. It's like it gets like that, man. You have to put up with shit to get to the next stage, man.
Yeah.
The hazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in 1 Corinthians 10 and 13 said, they have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that which you are able.
Yeah, so you should be able to overcome it.
Just stick it out, you know.
You know what I mean? Especially if you stay true to the scriptures, you should be able to overcome it, man.
And that's why you can't compare health, because everyone goes through what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe. Because when you couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too weak.
because they be like that.
Taste them more. Maybe you couldn't take it. Maybe I lost because you couldn't take it.
Because it's real like that. Like, like a brother back here might be going through something. You be like,
There's different levels of faith. You know what I mean? There's
different levels of faith.
And also different levels of worldly experience.
Yeah.
Because so even on that, you might get a brother that's always in the world, always had women. So then he goes for a situation with women, and for him, it's you can't then look at someone who's never had a woman and be like, why are you suffering on that? Yeah.
There's some brothers that their lady might give them loads of help. There's other brothers might not be on that same kind of level.
They get help somewhere else.
Help comes somewhere else.
Yeah.
There's the other brother, you know what I mean?
He might have ailment.
Yeah.
There's brothers with serious ailments.
Yeah. But then there's brothers that do muscle ups. You know what I mean? Yeah, which is great. Don't worry, man, I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? There's brothers helping, but there's brothers who do muscle ups, man.
But that's the body.
Everyone-
Different purposes.
There's brothers that will whoop ass, man.
Bro, I see.
There's brothers that's real killers, man. They get in that ring and they'll tear you to pieces. Man.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't put on acting. We're not gonna go around. You get fucked up, man. Be yourself,
It's
man.
a real fist, fight, man.
Understand your level.
You know, ass brothers, man.
Slam the shit out of you, man.
Well, even at Malcolm, really.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
There's other brothers who just bloated. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that,
It
man.
gets like that.
So just that.
Be like that.
Nah, brothers go through it's true. Brothers, everyone's gonna be facing their own thing, but know that they're facing it, man. We all gotta go through it. No one gets a free ride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It says God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that which you are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Yeah, true. And then that happens a lot. Listen, bro, sometimes you get a lot of them last minute, like I've been through some shit, man. And then brothers has come in and save, man. Or like man's gone through some shit, and the next thing you know, I remember one time I was moving, right? Like it's a small one, so I can just give it to you. When I was moving, me and my woman was moving, and then, bro, it was bare stress trying to move everything to the yard and all that. Yeah, and man ended up with the last bit. Yeah, before we needed to leave or they were gonna charge us, there was just bare metal, and man was like, "Fuck, how am I gonna get away? How am I gonna get rid of all this fucking metal rubbish?" Like because there was, bro, man was through.
Yeah.
Bro, next thing you know, man's gone in the yard. And I've just seen a van pull up, yeah? Two random gypsies, man, and they just started loading. I was like, what? They was like, yeah, can we? I was like, yeah. They just started loading all the metal into their van and just took it.
Fuck,
Bro, it just happened. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, be like that,
Bro,
bro.
it's perfect timing,
Yeah.
bro. Like and it just kind of put an end to that
Bro,
whole stress
yeah.
of the situation, innit? Things happen.
No, bro,
There's a lot of things,
Little and big, you know.
Little and big. Things happen, man.
Bro, spirit, like even that, it makes me think of a time. One time, there was a person in my neighborhood at the time who their car broke down. So me and two gypsies helped them push the car. Hey, thank you. Well, the next day, my car broke down on my road and it was leaking shit. I was like, shit, man, what the hell am I gonna do? I was gonna phone for bro. And the same two gypsies that helped me the previous night to help that person helped me and happened to fix my car. And then, at the very moment I was on the phone with the brother, man, my car, man.
Yeah, stress.
Bro, the same guy. Hey, boss, everything okay? And then from then on, every time I needed something on my car, he would come and do it.
Yeah. 100%. So the most important thing is just remember that the Lord is not
He's around.
He's always around.
He's very present in the time of trouble, and that's something that we're learning. That, like, bro, I'm telling you, bro,
Sometimes you got a firm sign.
sometimes you got to
Sometimes
firm
you got a
it.
firm sign, man.
But then even when you firm it, the Lord might end up put a little plaster on that later on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you get that, one door closes and then another door opens up that you didn't see that it was gonna open up. Yeah, so it is what it is, man.
Especially in workplaces, man. Like especially in workplaces. You know how many times brothers told stories of the Lord just opens the path and clears. Like, this dude died, that nigga retired. Like, bro, be like that.
They're not promoted.
They're not promoted. Like, this dude has cancer. Okay,
Oh, sometimes you get that promotion just in time because you were through. I'm talking from experience. Man, I was through and it's like, boom, I got the promotion. It's like, okay, thank God.
Yeah, or it suddenly comes, and then you have kids, and then you're like, okay, can I? But before you was the rock star, with no kids. Now you know the thing.
Yeah, no, it's true, bro. That's true. There's a lot of things, man.
I have a precept.
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiasticus 2. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation, and set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Constantly. Like even remember, you know, with the Lord, remember when he was battling Satan, it says Satan left him for a season. So it was a continuous fight. It was wrestling.
Satan try to bring that doubt in you. Try to break you down. And
Or even when the Lord was up on the cross, he was asking why he was forsaken. If Satan was present, even then, trying to get at him. You know?
the doubt demon, you doubt, like, your worthiness to be in this thing, but you got to just remain humble and just remember, man, we're in this thing for mercy, It's mercy. We're in this thing for mercy. Like, we're not going to make it off our own. That's why Yahweh Shai is there, man. And the Lord's hand is not short. You always have to remember that we're men. We're not perfect. You know what I mean? We're not perfect. You try and you're not Yahushua. He made the walk perfect. You're gonna have mishaps. You're gonna have times where you fall short. You gotta just the righteous man falls 7 times, man. You gotta be able to overcome that doubt.
Yeah.
Move forward, man.
It's always to keep us in the mindset that we need Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But we can't do it of ourselves. We know that. We're Jacob thou work. You know what I'm saying? We understand that we're lowly, man, and we need help. We need salvation. We need mercy. You know, so we're being constantly reminded every fucking day of that. You know, which keeps you in a humble spirit, man.
Yeah, some things you sometimes feel powerless, man. But then we're not powerless, because that means we're godless.
He's got hope.
Yeah, we have a power. But sometimes in this world, you go through things, you're like, I can't do nothing about this. And that's when you remember, you just gotta leave it to the Lord, man. Even when it comes to revenge, one of the main things in this like truth you gotta deal with sometimes is when to just like, you know what, man? I'm gonna let the Lord deal with you. Sometimes you wanna, you wanna put hands on someone, or you really stress hands, put everything, man. Yeah, John Jones there. But at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta learn to be like, you know what, man, I'm gonna leave that where it is. I'm just concentrating on what I need to do over here. I'm gonna let the Lord deal with this person, man.
You just see a name pop up in the chat. You can send curses upon this man.
Like big capital letter.
Yeah. First name, last name, sometimes middle name.
Street name.
The Lord's gonna get the revenge anyway. No
That's
matter what happens, the revenge is gonna come.
it.
No matter what happens, it's not for you to always be seeking after revenge. You gotta pick your battles, man. Sometimes I got neighbors that listen, man, I can't wait for their house to burn down.
Okay.
But you know, I don't want to live my life every day getting into an altercation with them. So I just be like,
All right, outside.
so I put a curse on it and I leave it there, and then just let the Lord deal with them, man. You want to be demons, be demons, man. But I'm gonna just concentrate on what I got to do. Because if I let you draw me out into a carnality now, then I do something, and then now, you know,
You got baited.
you got baited out, and now there's guys of police is getting called, and you're getting arrested because you bust man's jaw like Jake Paul. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Ecclesiasticus,
Edomite bones is brittle.
Don't crash out.
Yeah, sometimes that's another thing that you like. The world wants you to draw you
Crash
out,
out, bro.
to crash out. You know, and then you get into a situation that you don't need to be in, man.
And it continues always speaks about being blameless. And we're not meant to really go over the top, man. We're meant to be spiritual, right? So, you know, we give our enemies a cause to blame us about something. We're crashing out and shit. But
They don't get involved in a fucking road rage, shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Jump out the car with
Talking out the car, no, that thing, man.
Yeah. And
work weeks on.
on a road rage thing, speak like double check, especially like what the laws are, and you can't, because certain things you might not realize constitute that. So you need something just to be aware of, innit? Like for instance, because I saw yesterday, I saw Jake, to be, you know, whatever. He got out the car, but it's like if he then does something, then he's instigate, regardless of what the other person has done, to make him that angry. As soon as you get out your car, it's peak for you.
And sometimes you don't, bro, niggas are crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know
They
who's
will follow you for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Pull over.
What are you doing, bro?
Oh,
What's going on with your day, bro?
Remember the guy that drove? He jumped into the cab,
Yeah.
into the what you call the lorry driver cab.
Oh, yeah, Dyke.
It's a dyke, isn't it?
Dyke.
I was a chick.
Yeah, it was a dyke, bro. It was a dyke.
It's a
Oh, shit.
and he just broke the mirror.
Yeah.
That was a dyke.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Well, it makes sense because you know the dykes.
Yeah, we don't be getting caught up in things like that.
Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Oh, the integrity, man. You know, strive for the truth unto death. Defend the gospel. You know? You know, these camps, like, they're too quick to change things, and I keep saying every time these cats want to, you know, separate and change things, that means your faith's gone. You've not stuck to anything.
Like
So how
you Genesis, nigga.
you got no faith? As soon as you decide, oh, I don't think that's right, that Satan got to you, man. and convince you that wasn't the truth.
Especially when you're trying to teach that the other nations can make it. Like,
Wrong way.
and he start making up light packages and that. Salvation, the light version, all this stuff, the beta version. No, bro, stop it, bro. There's no way in hell that the heathens are gonna be saved now. We've been over this
So many
exhaustively.
times. Yeah.
So you in 2025, you acting like you
Yeah.
found something out now. Now,
But wait a minute, it didn't really stick with you the whole time. You had issues with it the whole time.
demon, you don't believe.
People take this.
Really, them niggas there, they're trying to get some time money. It's the metrics, bro. We're not stupid. You're trying to get some more followers. That's what you're doing. So you're trying to make it as it's the Catholic Church all over again. Trying to make it more universal, so that everyone can be accepted and then pay you money, man. Bitch ass niggas, so they could buy a Hebrew name from you.
Yeah. Then they
You know?
with them guys, it's always been about money, man. That's why.
Could they come up under the sodomite,
Yeah.
man?
Because even when they brought that out, they had to do it on like what, a 3-part release or some shit like that, man. Instead of just being like, yo, this is what my man did, X, Y, Z. These are all the receipts. It was and then next time we'll tell you about this part.
Trying to get the metrics up because they come under him. He had that same influencer monetize the fan base spirit, man, and they're doing the same thing, man. But their Genesis dudes, they're gonna be destroyed, man. They should have realized, oh, you know what, man, this Al-Azhar guy ain't right. We need to check ourselves and make sure our spirit is right. But really, they got the same spirit as Al-Azhar because that's why they were following him in the first place. Yeah, this is right. And we said that when the whole thing came out with Al-Azhar, that what's his name? That Hazano, what's his name, nigga? That other nigga name. Not Akkad. The other. No, not him. The other one. What's the light skinned nigga name?
Hassan, bro.
Is it
How's the
Hassan?
bread dude?
No, the super light skin.
The super light skin.
Ariana, yeah. The one with the afro that was exposing.
No, not that.
No, the actual
other
high yellow dude.
The high yellow. Yeah,
Yeah.
him. Yeah, he's disingenuous, man. When he talks, he just talks like a disingenuous. He's disingenuous. These guys are not real,
You
man.
know the suicide.
Even that other guy with the afro, he's not real. He's disingenuous, man. These dudes are fake. You know what them dudes are say? I'll do this because I love you, and I don't. No, you hated the guy. You couldn't wait to bring out that information on him. You were loving every moment of that expose. Don't stop all this pretending, bro. Just keep it real, man. Just say you're loving it. You know what I mean? You were loving it, man. That's not it. But you're being disingenuous. Them niggas was never right, man. None of them was. The Lord used them to expose that demon, and now you're gonna get exposed in the spirit too. So love for you were doing freaky.
Well, that's what he said. He said, "Well, you like that with you too." He said that. He said about well, one of them guys like it too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How'd you know that? Just saying. How'd you know that?
Them niggas be sharing secrets, man. Them niggas went right. And then we seen it now. Not that long later, all the doctrines start getting worse. Start going mad with it. To the point where they're talking about the heathens they're gonna have a what do you call it? Something version of salvation. A limited. What a bumper clock does that mean? It's either you're of the chosen people or you're not. You can't be limited chosen. Limited. Special edition.
Like instead of them being beamed up, they go have a private ship.
Heathen only.
With ads, blood. What are you talking about? Stop it,
Terrible.
Back in the chariot.
You're back in the chariot again.
Training on a lifeboat.
Super saver tickets, blood. What are we doing, man? Stop that, man. Stop that.
He's got to have a different wristband.
Holy means holy.
Holy, man, separate.
Right? You can't be almost holy. The holy seed is the seed of Israel. The other nations can't be that.
That will be tainted.
It's polluted.
It pollute.
The other nations, they're gonna make it into the kingdom, not because they were saved, just simply because they are alive. They survived. There's a difference. Because how can you be saved and going into slavery?
Exactly.
If you're going into slavery, then you're not been saved. You just survived. Like if a man attack a village, if man attack a village, yeah, and you kill half the people and the rest of the people you save alive, yeah, but for slavery, They didn't get that's not a salvation. And we've been saved. No, you survived.
Yeah,
You survived the battle. Man survived the battle. Man's a prisoner of war now.
Yeah.
That's salvation. No, our salvation means we're being restored to rulership. We're being blessed. How are they blessed if they're gonna be in pits, bro?
The scripture says to bind their kings with chains.
Yes, sir.
So heathen kings are gonna be bound. So they have to be
That's
alive.
salvation.
Yeah. No, but he's still living. Well, he's to be a slave. I got to be simple. Even on that quickly. Take Exodus 13 and 13. And they came much people onto him. Whereas some were glad, some were sorry, and some of them were bound. And other some brought of them that were offered. Then, was I sick through great fear? So that's it.
Yeah, they're gonna be bound. They're going into slavery. That's the bottom line. They're gonna be punished. We already brought out all the scriptures on it. Psalms 149. They're gonna be punished. It says punishments on the people. Revelation, the 2nd chapter, says, "To him will I give power over the nations, man, and they shall be broken as the pot." So what are we doing, man?
And it's like, we know they know the breakdowns very well. They know that these nations can't be saved. They've been teaching it like for years.
Yeah,
But
now,
all of a sudden,
all of a sudden they try to flip the script on it, man. The apostates, man. But they're gonna pay for it, and it's not gonna have no effect because guess what? They would have deceived the elect, but the elect won't be deceived.
Yeah.
The elect are gonna receive this truth, the way it's supposed to be, and they're gonna be edified. The wicked are gonna receive your bullshit, and you're just gonna be destroyed with them.
Yeah.
Because you niggas ain't right. Hakar ain't right. That Hassad guy ain't right. And the other demon, the one with the afro, none of you ain't right. None of you Genesis man are right, man. Straight up and down. Any closing scriptures and then we'll close up. What did you just do?
It's Acts 14:22. And it says, confirming the souls of his disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. To continue in something means you can't leave from it. You don't leave from what it is.
And what it means.
Yeah.
So when you're saying that the other nations can be delivered, you change the faith.
Yeah.
You change what we need to have hope in.
Yeah.
No. Dude, what the faith is true. You have faith in the truth, because if you have faith in a lie, that's a false faith that ain't gonna be realized. We can't change it up and say, well, we got faith that in the kingdom Esau's gonna live forever. Now you're just changing up the whole thing. No, the Edomites are doomed.
Branched off.
Yeah, man, I do, man.
Right. And that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
And tribulation is definitely coming, man. Esau's getting ready to basically go buck wild. We see the seeds of. They're saying, "Oh, we ain't gonna deal with no white guilt no more." They're framing Jake as the problem in society. Not only that, they're bringing back scientific racism to make it where they're morally justified to come up against Jake. That's becoming mainstream talking point.
And they're raising up the the Semitism thing.
Yeah.
I was speaking to someone yesterday, man. Next year, expect the more tea attacks in Europe.
Yeah.
After what happened in Australia and all that stuff, man. So the man are on that right now.
That's bullshit, man. And just stupid. The police ain't ready to deal with armed terrorists. Of course they are. Any Western type country, them men are ready to come and just shoot you dead, but one time. But these men were just there for 20 minutes. And the police station's around the corner, blood. No one came to address them. Come on, man. You know how the thing goes.
Must be what's that cop's name in The Simpsons?
But they're gonna have more situations where they're gonna set up that Edomites are getting killed by Jakes, and it's all fake.
Yeah.
But and then the Edomites are gonna be see, we tried to be nice, and
Civilize with them.
It's kind of like that thing on the train.
the fake thing. Oh, that was fake as hell, man.
That was so fake.
That was so fake, and they still using that image to this day on Twitter. Like, I'll never forget. Get the fuck out of here, man. You still talk about that? Yeah. So all that stuff's gonna happen, and real soon the atmosphere of this world can change because these Edomites are really down bad. These Edomites are hurt. They're like they don't feel like the royal people that they think they are. That's why they keep talking about IQs and DEI, because they're really not feeling the fruits of whiteness anymore. They're feeling dejected, like they're feeling like they ain't getting the gal they should be getting, they ain't getting the job they should be getting. Like it hurts for a lot of these Edomites are hurt, and the more they hurt, the more that demon is gonna come out of them, and they're gonna be ready to lynch a Negro. They're gonna be ready to kill. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, we're dealing with Cain. We're dealing with you. A lot of you Jakes, you think these Edomites are soft, which they are gay, but don't ever think Esau's not a murderer. Esau's a dangerous beast, you know. He's a rabid beast, and people forget that because there's this image that Edomites are these nice people that wouldn't hurt a fly. That's a lie, bro. We're dealing with the #1 killers on the planet Earth. Even these nerd Edomites will shoot up a school. You know what I'm saying? They'll kill their family, bro. Go on YouTube, you see just random Edomites got no biceps. They kill their grandmother, their grandfather, everything.
Well, over here, that Edomite lady, they had her parents upstairs.
Yeah.
Her parents were just in the lock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, she got more bodies than some of these roadmen on road, bro.
And comfortably sleeping with the bodies every day.
Bro, killers. Don't ever forget that. These are the same people that slaughter the neighborhood. These men are professional slaughterers, and they're gonna go back to that spirit.
Yeah. Just a quick point. So 12 and 12 says, set him not by thee, lest when he overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Even let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast?
Esau is the wild beast. Esau is a wild, violent, demonic beast, man. And when he's ready to justify blood, you better, because he's stupid as well. One thing about Esau is Esau thinks he's high IQ, but he's very stupid. If you go on Twitter, half of the posts that these men are inflaming them with are not true. They're just lies. Even the own fact check will say it's a lie, but they don't care. They'll believe it. Yeah, they banning Christmas. No one's banning Christmas, bro. But man's just there running around talking about they banning. Oh, yeah, they're taking away my heritage. It's white genocide. Ain't no genocide happening, but they believe it. Because they're dumb, they're stupid, and there's nothing more dangerous than an idiot. Stupid people are the most dangerous people because they're violent and dumb and emotional. And this is Esau. Esau is a nation of violent and stupid individuals.
And there's when you look at a lot of them, they've just been biting their tongue from their action because they had things to lose. They had a job. They didn't want their face to be plastered on.
Yeah.
Like, remember when was it Nico? When he went to the march and he was talking to them two Edomites, right? And then the Edomites, oh yeah, this, that, and the other. The only reason they apologized and tried to say they were drunk is probably because their jobs were affected.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's when he starts losing these jobs, when it starts being apparent that his kingdom is done, why is he holding back?
No, then all the hate gonna come to the forefront, and that's what we're seeing. They're getting more and more of a license to hate on hate.
And the numbers are growing because more Edomites losing out.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I'm not going to be put off by this racist tag anymore. I'm just telling the truth. You know, it's the truth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 13% of the population, you know, all that, you know, high IQ.
So every time Esau's been bored about statistics.
Yeah, same tired stats.
But then by number, most pedophiles are Edomites.
But no, but that would be using intellect.
Yeah.
They don't use intellect. They only know hate.
Oh, but per capita,
Small minority.
The easiest
Exactly.
to propagandize is Esau, and they are propagandized, and they're being radicalized as we speak. That plays into the scripture where it says, you know, the time of Jacob trouble, the sword is sharpened. Edomites, the day is coming where they're gonna kill Jake, and I'm talking about their children. They don't like Jake children either.
Yeah.
They don't like none of Jake. The black woman, black man, black child. They'll kill them all, and they'll be justified. Yeah, we're saving. Their thing is they're saving Western society because Western society is under attack. That's what they're being told. They're being told that Western society is under attack, and we're being the white man's being genocided, and this is the fate of the white race. Well, I'm telling you, this is fact. Just go on Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's gonna lead towards a
Mm.
lot of Jake, man, getting
Yeah. He's just looking for an excuse to use the sword.
Let it
yeah,
out.
he is.
Because it's his nature. It's his
They say it's an invasion.
Yeah.
Immigrants is an invasion.
Invasion.
What do you do with an invasion force?
Yeah, well,
You kill them, you attack them.
Yeah.
Sink them out. No, anyway. Well, anything else and then we close up. All right, so we'll say call
Allah,
out
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh,
double honors to the apostle,
Double honors.
the great millstone. There are the highways and the byways.
Shalom, 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 shalom.